It's just that it's an inconsistent time. So YouTube might think, what is this Chad doing? Kill him. I almost removed your message on accident. There we go. I am fear incarnate. If you wanna send it to the Deltarune thread in games, sure. I made one because I knew people were gonna be talking about it. So I just contained the autism once more. We are on stream, by the way, already. Yeah. No one is here. Say something evil. The true power of friendship, Chris. Yeah, if it's half an hour, I don't think we're seeing the Dark World even. I don't think. Either we don't see the Dark World, or we enter the Dark World and Chris just insta-kills everyone and leaves. I don't know. Yeah. The long one. The long one. I know what you're gonna say. I think. Yeah, which I believe was... It might be. I think it is genuinely the date of when the first human fell in Undertale. Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Wait, something weird is happening. I just noticed. Why is it... Yeah, I'm not streaming to you. That's correct. I also cannot select you as a... I cannot select you as a source on OBS. It was working. It was working for a sec, I think. It was working for a second, I think, and now I don't think it is. What if I... Okay, say something evil?
I am so evil and evil and evil and evil and evil and evil.
Okay, I think I found a keybind that I should not use.
Okay, so I just said like a whole theory.
Yeah. Do you want to leave the Cliff's notes for any...
Okay, for any enterprising young person watching the VOD, You are all children, by the way, every single one of you. I think the codes are important to dates. I think 1225, obviously important to the holidays because they are very Christmas themed. I do not know what 1225 is. It could be the date of Noel or December's birth. It could also be the date December disappeared. Following that, I think I have no idea what the church code could be. It could be the release date of Lord of the Hammer. It could be like
Could be.
Alvin's birth, even.
Yeah.
It could be the date Gerson died, because Gerson, by the way, died before he could be a teacher to Chris. I got you. And I think the code. I also think the code from Asgore is the date Chris was adopted. It's 15th of September, 199X. We don't know we don't know when Chris was adopted, but assuming that they got adopted at the same time the first child fell down in Undertale, and that Deltarune and Undertale take place at the same time, the place where it rained, it's raining somewhere else. I think
I was watching one like interesting playthrough of the normal route yesterday before I went to bed, and the guy raised an interesting point that I don't think will lead into anything unless it's like another anniversary thing. In the anniversary stream, we see a sprite of Noel, right? Noel as a child.
Yeah.
Like the last time. They argued that Undertale is a dark world of specifically Asriel making Undertale on his computer, because there is the god of hyperdeath and stuff. And the reason Noel is in her young, like, design, I guess, is because
that's how Asriel remembers her.
Yeah, Asriel was making this as like a teenager or something, so he remembers her as a child, which is an interesting point, but I don't think it's gonna lead into,
I also don't think that works timeline-wise, because yeah, Chris and Rose are younger, or Chris and Noel are younger than Asriel and Des, but it's only by like a year or two.
Yeah. I still think the time loop theory is gonna happen, and maybe the good ending is gonna lead to Undertale happening, and then Undertale leads to Deltarune, and it's all vice versa. That's why Sans has elements from both games, despite them not making sense at all in any timeline.
Yeah. Can't wait for it to be revealed that fucking Sans' brother is fucking Gaster.
Either Gaster or fucking Grandpa Semi, or the early.
We're not seeing Grandpa Semi.
or the early Papyrus design where he's a Redditor and he sucks.
Yeah. Okay, let's get started on the weird route.
I am streaming to you, right?
Yep.
Right where we left off. Oh yeah, Chris doesn't leave. Chris? Chris, are you feeling alright? I know it is the weekend, but you have not left your room all day. The festival was today, you know? We fucking overslept. The sun is going down now. If you get up now, you could still see the parade. Oh shit. We didn't get to see the parade in the normal route.
Yeah.
Chris, at the very least, you should eat something. There's some honey toast on the table downstairs. I made it for you. Well, I will be downstairs reading. I know it has been difficult without your brother. But...
What's Chris's health at?
fully healthy.
100%. Every interaction is like this, by the way.
Yeah, Chris is not a fan. I, however, am not a fan of them fucking making dark fountains.
Check the mirror. Because it was not a great message, even
Yeah.
in the normal route.
Nothing. Yeah, Chris just doesn't even want to be here.
I think Chris just isn't thinking. Yeah, there genuinely is nothing to interact with, by the way.
Chris the escapism enjoyer. I don't think there is an escape this time.
Yeah, once again, dude, there's nothing to interact
literally
with.
everything.
Yeah, literally everything just does that.
What about the toast? The toast is new. You want the toast, Chris? No toast. Oh yeah, we fucking demolished Tana in this one. Chris, are you alright, sweetheart? You should eat something. There's some honey toast on the table for you, alright? Maybe some festival games might cheer you up. I am sure Susie would love to play with you.
Also, I'm pretty sure this is also what you see, even if you did save Tenna, and you just didn't go to the Dark World in chapter. You didn't go to Castletown in chapter 4, because that is an optional Castletown visit.
It is, but the sprite is different. I'm pretty sure the sprite isn't cracked. It's like beat up, but the screen is still intact.
Hey, took you long enough. You trying to sleep through the festival or something? Noel's waiting for you at the beach. She told me to get you. Yeah, we already kind of hung out. Well, I guess you gotta go.
Oh man.
Hey, wait a sec. You wouldn't, I mean, you wouldn't want to see the festival first, would you? Yeah, I saw everything with Noel, but like, I still want to see how you'd react to stuff too, you know? Come on, it'll be fun. There is one mandatory thing you have to do in Hometown.
I know this song.
Yep.
I'm not sure if it played before.
It didn't. This song is exclusive to the Weird Route, and it is a hidden song. It is not on the soundtrack. There is not a single song here that is on the soundtrack.
This is one of the Gaster files, I'm pretty sure. It's Muse _ something.
Yep. Yeah, everyone's over there to see the festival King and Queen. It's lame, right? I mean, like, why is it gonna be a king and a queen? Whatever we are, it's cooler, right? Right? Not in a weird way, you know?
Shut up, Susie, please.
Royalty, schmoyalty. We rule the festival right now, right? Doing the king-queen vote with Noel was fun. I put down me and her, plus some extra epic drawings. See, I used a green pen for my radioactive breath. She voted before I saw hers, though. She was like, super excited to write it, huh? Yeah, you kind of missed out, but like, I'll redraw it on the table for you later. And add you in, like, getting melted by me.
Okay, what am I supposed to do? What is the important thing?
Go down. Over to the right. There's nobody here.
Hi, Sans.
He is the one mandatory interaction this chapter. Hey, are you the ice cream stand?
No, that's next to me.
What are you then?
The ice cream Sans.
Huh, okay. Can we get some ice cream?
Can you fill out this card?
Whatever. What do I put on it?
Just draw you and your friends on it. That way I can give you a discount.
Alright, whatever.
Here.
Here, me, Chris, and Ralsei. I know he can't use it, but I gotta put him on.
Thanks.
So when do we get some ice cream?
Whoops. I don't have any.
What do you mean you don't?
But the stand will after it finishes churning. In the meanwhile, why don't you take this? You got the bread.
Ed? Why do you have this?
To make ice cream sandwiches.
Huh, that's kind of a good idea. Guess we gotta wait until the ice cream's done. I'll walk you to the beach, though. You know, when you want to go.
I don't wanna. Bread, a loaf of bread. It tends to leave crumbs wherever it goes. Toby, you're doing something. Again.
This house, it's pretty new, right? I can't really remember what was here before, though.
Yeah, just like
So
in
Sansa
Undertale.
just fucking randomly showed up just like in Undertale. Dude, Temmie left all her art crap. Let's draw her in the sketchbook. Okay, what? Her art's like crazy good? Man, even she's like good at stuff, huh?
I mean, this is the weird route. You need to tell me if I can fuck it up somehow.
You can't anymore.
I like your art too.
Yeah? I mean, it'd be stupid if you didn't. Yeah. I guess Temmie can live for now.
Temmie will stop the roaring.
Damn, no one's home.
Pretty convenient that everyone is in a singular location right now.
Even this one's empty. Damn, that annoying lazy guy isn't even here.
Yeah, I am.
Uh,
I'm just lying down conspicuously out of view.
the hell are you doing that for?
Eating raisins face down on the floor.
Ugh, can't really blame him for that.
That's true.
There's one other thing that I really want you to see.
Mm-hmm.
By the school.
Imagine if it's Papyrus.
Papyrus shows up. This route is rather weird. Wait, move your foot. A dollar coin on the ground. Alert, idiot. I can get gummy monsters on my ice cream. So, Noelle, she did something kind of funny earlier. I said I didn't have any cash for food, and she had like a roll of bills. Probably like, well, like hundreds of dollars. And just like held it out to me, smiling. I mean, I don't know if I've ever even seen that much money. I didn't take it. I said some cheesy stuff like, man, you could get 100 grape sodas with that. I don't know why, it just felt so weird. If you had like $5, I'd expect you to buy me stuff. But I guess paying back if I had $5 too. Man. Even Rosse was acting kind of weird today. Guess he was just worried you slept in. I asked if he wanted me to do anything, and he was like... He just got quiet and shook his head. Anyway, let's see him later, after other stuff.
I'm beginning to have a sneaking suspicion we won't see Rouse anymore. Hi Onion, how you doing?
Hey, they got free lemon slices here. Check this out. At first, you get a bunch of free lemon slices. Then you squeeze them into free lemon water. And add some free sweetener. Then you got like free lemonade. Cool, right? We got that for free. Hey, purple water, you know we gotta sip that. Wait, stop. It's all like, fuzzy.
Did he actually melt?
What was this mixture? What was this kind of mixture called? Like, heterogeneous?
No, it's Homo Stupid.
Dude, no, I don't know what the hell this is. That's why you're here, to explain.
Ah. Brace yourself, people, this is gonna get bad, not in a good way. You could say this is a weirdo that needs to be imprisoned for life. Yep. We need to kill you.
I won. If they have police tape, why don't they have police glue? I said that as somebody as I physically could. I mean, I'm glad they don't, but they could.
Even on the super mega death route, Suzy is speaking absolute facts.
Yeah. No,
Why-
Suzy is like the last gasp of joy in like a dying world.
What the fuck?
Because now it's Rudy. Hey, dude, you okay? Shouldn't you be at the king and queen thing?
Me? Ah, no, I still got some lights to finish up here.
You sure, man?
Suzy, it's better you learn sooner than later. Holidays are always full of surprises. I look at the screen.
Keep going, keep talking to. Good surprises?
Depends on which holiday.
Yeah.
And for you, Rudy the Knight. Be real with me.
Go to the church. It'd be pretty funny to see you get jump scared, but we can't go in there. We're banned. I was feeling like the eyeball grapes or whatever, and Noelle just put her hand in the bowl and started holding mine. Yeah, they banned us for that. Sucks. It's kind of funny, nothing scared her at all. Even me.
My heart is beating really hard.
There's nothing else here,
Yeah,
by the way.
there's nothing else. Yeah. Yes. How about here?
Oh hell, Chris, you're not gonna believe this. Free rolls and honey pockets and butter, margarine, whatever. That's like basically a good sandwich. ketchup, salt, water. That's free tomato soup. We're living in luxury. Bon appetit, right? Hey, sweet. No one's going in there. No one's in there. That means free grape soda, and we could wear their uniforms and pretend to work there, and take like pics of us standing on the salad. Damn, it's locked.
Yeah, it's foreshadowing.
Dude, that's pepperoni right on the floor there. Hey, I can grab it with my tongue under the door. Damn, it's too far. Oh yeah, me and Noelle rode this. She didn't even look out the window though. Just the whole time, she was just resting her head on my shoulder. Dude, my heart was beating like crazy. I don't get how she was so calm. Anyway, you want to ride the wheel?
Sure.
Alright, I call shotgun. Okay, Chris, everything good? You just seem kinda... Whoa, wait a sec. Chris, did you feel that? Earthquake! Damn, that was close. We almost... Oh hell, it's the aftershock! See, knew that'd make you laugh. Okay, sit over my side. The view's better. The view of you being a headlock idiot. Hey, stop pretending to snore. What am I to you guys, a big pillow? Don't nod.
There are so many death flags hanging over the entire game right now.
Guess that's about it, huh? That was pretty fun, right?
Like, if the game just decided to flash fucking horror imagery at me from the start, I would not be as scared as I am right now, because I feel like I'm being given a final moment of respite before everything goes to hell.
Nothing left to do.
Nothing.
Everything smells nice, right? Come on, smell it, stinky. Flowers are boring. Looks like your dad's in there. Guess we don't need to hang out with him.
Okay.
Hey, check this out. Must have showed me how to make this wimpy crap. Yeah, it was stupid anyway. Mimi isn't even that, dude. Alright, done with the festival? There's nothing left to do.
I guess.
Okay then. I gotta go wait for ice cream, so... Guess I'll see you later, huh? Chris, I'm not good at saying this stuff, but... Even if we didn't really do anything, it was nice seeing the festival with you and stuff. I know me and Noelle are getting kind of close, but you're a big deal to me too. So, cheer up, okay?
Got the moment to notice Amphius the death of her.
That is true. See ya. Well, actually, there's a worse moment you can notice I'm a Teto pair. Hey, Tuna, I'm gonna give you one thing. Don't stop.
What? Okay. I'm not stopping. I stopped. I cannot.
Chris. I know. I know you wanted to deny it. I did too, at first. But eventually, we're going to have to face the truth. Yesterday, when everything happened, every cell in my body was screaming at me to run away. That if I stayed by your side any longer, you were going to drag me down with you. Drag me down somewhere no one is supposed to go. And do you know what terrified me the most about that? I think I wanted that. Since Des left, all I've ever been doing has just been marching down my path, staying quiet, getting good grades. It feels like I've just been watching myself through glass. Watching someone else move me through my life. That's why I want to do something crazy. That's why I want to break free. But I can't. I couldn't. Because I'm just Noelle. A Noelle that has to do Noelle things.
What is this music?
Just like Chris has to do Chris things. But Chris, you changed. Chris, you actually changed. You found out how to feel being Chris. And no one else has noticed. Because no, they don't want to. They don't want to see how interesting you are now. They'll just keep marching down the same path without even thinking where it goes. Chris, being around you is changing me too. Chris, when I cast Snowgrave, I felt stronger than I have in my entire life. I know, it's horrible. It's horrible to say that, but Chris, if it's you tell me to, I can do anything. If you tell me to, I can do things that are impossible. Things that no one else can do. So, why don't we do it? Why don't we do something crazy? Tell me. Tell me to grow wings. And let's fly out of this stupid town to somewhere no one has ever been before. The other side of the lake. We always wanted to see what was there, didn't we? The four of us when we were kids. Chris, let's go there. You'll tell me, won't you? If you tell me to, I can do anything. So, tell me, Chris. Words I've been waiting for you here. Don't stop. The water's nice, isn't it, Chris?
But why can we stop?
Keep pressing proceed. Chris, don't hesitate.
I wanna stop.
You have to keep pressing proceed even when you think it doesn't matter. It's colder than I thought.
Gosh, okay. I feel genuinely sick.
Chris, don't let go of my hands. Just keep walking. Chris, just keep walking.
That's the sound from the True Lab.
Chris. Chris. You have to keep going.
What?
You have to keep going.
Oh god.
Chris, you can still hear me, can't you? Chris, keep saying it. Chris, Chris.
What is happening? Side B?
Una, do you want to know something awful?
What?
There are 2 weird roots.
I was fucking right. Okay.
If you, when the screen turns white, if you just leave it, you're forced back on track. But it's not the same.
So we're not done.
We're not done.
I need to check my saves.
Oh, don't worry. That is now a completely different kind of save file, separate from your weird root save. It is, we shall call it, weird root.
Fucking hell, I cannot believe I was wrong.
Yeah. I mean, genuinely, I do think the time loop thing is wrong, because clearly Chapter 7 is doing some bullshit. My theory is that the prophecy is going to finish in Chapter 6, and Chapter 7 will only happen if you break the prophecy.
Chapter 5 doesn't have a save file, it's gone.
Oh yeah, because you didn't save in Chapter 5.
Okay.
Grab your Chapter 4 save file in the weird route and get back in. Also, stream to me again, because it
Oh
closed
yeah,
it.
sorry. What the fuck?
So chat, if you didn't know, in the game's code, they store save files in different formats. There are,
It's device, isn't it? I turned it into a device.
no, the weird root end, because whenever you finish a chapter, you get a chapter end file. The weird root ones are stored separately to the regular root ones. If you beat the chapter like this, you get a brand new chapter end file name.
Which is?
If you do what we're going to do here, which is instead of forcing them to keep proceeding, to stop midway through, you get a different route. You get the normal weird route that we've been on so far.
Huh.
And I'm pretty sure Chapter 7 B-side will be unlocked in the weird route, the normal weird route of Chapter 7. But yeah, my theory is that Chapter 7 is an after the end of the world type situation. Chapter 6, they're going to try to break the prophecy and maybe succeed. If they fail, it will just be a normal ending to the game in Chapter 6. Because honestly, there's not enough prophecy left. Like there's not enough prophecy left for Chapter 6 and 7.
That sequence was also, by the way, the most intense thing in this game. No secret boss.
Yeah. Also, she was used up. You were used up.
Yeah.
I think also some notes from earlier in the thing. Noelle kept trying to give Susie all of her money. When suicidal people give away, like when people are suicidal, they will often give away a lot of their possessions.
Well, yeah. But also, I think what we did is we just genuinely broke out of the programming of the game.
I do also think that we physically broke out of the game. Also, you do need to go to Sans first.
Okay. Sans is required. Sans is a canon event.
Is required in
which is
all 3 routes.
Which is...
You have to talk to him.
This is... That is messed up, by the way, because that means no matter what happens in Deltarune, it's canon to Undertale.
Maybe.
No matter what we do here, the piece of paper with "Don't forget" is still in Undertale.
Now, to be fair, to be clear right now, we have just received a DM from Aurora that said, "Yummy, yummy, slimy in my tummy."
From who?
From Aurora.
Oh, thanks. I feel sick,
Yeah,
genuinely. I feel manipulated, which is fucked up because I am the one doing the manipulating, right? But at the
Yeah.
end, I think they expected you to start panicking and just spamming proceed.
Yeah.
I feel hard red.
Just to be clear, guys, by the way, I physically could not do this. I'm not doing the weird route for the future chapters unless like it does lead to a good ending. I'm not doing them.
I feel physically sick.
Yeah. Do I need a bath bag? Kawachu has DM'd me. Don't worry, Kawachu. I did throw up this morning. That's not a joke. I did throw up. I am actively sick. I just needed to do this with Tuna.
Take some meds, by the way, for that. Just putting it out there.
I have taken medicine.
Okay.
I am not
Okay.
throwing up anymore.
Okay. This feels awful. I don't like this Tuna. Well, I think it's not done. Do I just skip her dialogue?
Yeah, just skip the dialogue. I can't perform it again. That was a lot to do.
I cannot fast skip it. This is not fast skippable. I cannot hold Y to skip it fast.
I think they genuinely want you to be present for what you're doing.
At what point? At what point do I stop?
When it starts flashing white,
okay.
Stop, and it will force you back on path, kind of.
I'm very curious what the ball toy in the hospital was saying now.
I think it's also important to remember that Chris, in the prior cutscenes, color is patient, it's light blue, but the soul is red, and we know that the red soul represents ball game.
That's true. Of course.
I'm trying to keep things lively because we are about to partially drown these children again.
That chapter.
Honestly, not drowning the children might feel worse.
We didn't think we would get the night in chapter 3 because it's too early. I didn't expect to see chapter 7 in chapter 5. I will be real.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. I wasn't expecting it either.
I genuinely think we did see a single part of chapter 7.
To be fair, remember our like bingo cards? You said we fight a lightner. I said we genuinely fucking kill a lightner.
Yeah.
It's crazy we were both right. It's crazy we weren't talking about the same things at all.
Yeah. Because I marked mine yesterday because Mad Mew Mew fight.
Yeah, I'm sending you what I got on my bingo thing. We can show chat afterwards so that they have something.
Hold on, is side A then just gonna feature the Dark World?
The weird route is known in game files as side B.
The entire weird route?
Yes. I think what this is getting you to a side C, quote unquote, because it says insert chapter 7 side B. God, this sprite is fucking horrifying.
So you were right as well, there is gonna be some save file bullshit.
Yep.
We will need to insert... I think we will need to insert a side B file into a side C file. Perhaps
but
side
I don't think
A
we're
file.
Going to be physically actually moving files around in the computer.
I don't think yeah. I don't mean that. I mean figuratively. Besides, we don't need to do that because Gaster has made a device for that. It's called the device.
Deltarune. It's called the chapter select.
Yeah.
But yeah, this makes me sick. I have to. We have more to perform.
This and like the fucking normal chapter, like, this is probably the most emotionally rattling chapter we had.
It's crazy because this is genuinely, like Toby said, this is one last fun adventure. He is right. This was one last fun adventure.
It was,
This
yeah.
chapter was so much
I will leave my
outside of this moment.
I will
It's
leave my
so
thoughts.
much lighter than chapter 4.
I will leave my thoughts for later, but I do have a lot of thoughts.
Yeah. Also, don't say stop. Actually, you can. There's some new dialogue from her.
Is it gonna?
But she doesn't let you. It doesn't force you like back into. It doesn't fix fate.
Also, I did also talk about with someone, I don't remember who, that we have not seen anything outside of Hometown. I assume it's a floating island in the middle of nothing, like fucking amazing digital circus.
I think the flashing white is the game. You'll understand when we get through this. Actually,
I think it's us tearing ourselves out of the program.
if you say stop, no. You're supposed to say proceed, right? Just like all the other times.
We created a monster.
Stop pretending. I know you remember too. Water's nice, isn't it, Chris? Why are your hands trembling? Chris, you're the one that wanted this, aren't you?
She knows, but she doesn't know.
Stop pretending you're still the old Chris. You can't even say stop like you used to. Chris, don't hesitate. Say proceed.
She flips
Just
it
start
on
saying
me.
proceed again.
Yeah, she flips it on me completely.
Yeah, if you just say stop, she just says proceed. It's colder than I thought.
Okay, I think we're back on the normal thing.
Yep. Normal.
Normal, yeah. The normal route of the weird route.
Yeah, it's just...
Okay, that sound. It's in an amalgamate fight. There's a similar one. It also speeds up the same. In Undertale. I keep referring back to Undertale, but this is kind of the refer back to Undertale chapter.
And now it will fade to right, and you let it.
Susie, save us. Susie, help. Please. Or Onion, if you're alive.
I was wrong. The dream never happened. Chris hadn't changed. I hadn't changed. Had simply gotten carried away. When did he say he made up that song? Okay, now you do one. Me? Okay. Oh, French fry on the floor. It's you that I adore. Greasy and salty and lots more.
Is this just...
Dude, you could be like a pro music guy. It's never really been my talent. Really? Because even when it's dumb stuff, your singing's... I really like it. Thanks, Susie. Man, today was probably one of the best days ever. Nothing changed. I thought it was one of the best days ever. But I guess it's still getting better. Noel? Nothing changed. You mean like ran away from home? I guess. But I'm too weak to do that. Nothing changed. What? It's... You're calling about... Dad? Nothing changed. Because a Noel is just a Noel. The Snowgrave abandoned noise hasn't played. Hey, you okay? Phew, wasn't even sure if you were alive for a sec. Me and Noel, we ended up kind of, you know where she is? I went to get some ice cream for her and she's just... gone. I want to go look for her, but I don't know, you don't need to be here alone, right? Get up.
That has very different connotations now after everything.
Let's go. Okay. Obviously, we need to go Zorgon mode.
Huh? Why is Chris weak?
Okay, you good yet? We can go.
There's a small shard of something in your pocket. Feels like glass, but... okay.
You don't need it again, dumbass. I don't know why, but I was really worried about you guys. You're both acting kind of weird, and I'm just glad you're okay.
Is my soul gone?
I probably said something weird again, huh?
No, that wouldn't make sense. We wouldn't still be controlling Chris.
Let's go, okay? Hey, Chris, mind if I stop in here a sec?
Chris? Are you still really gonna do... okay.
You still go to the Dark World, this version of it. The only changes are in Flower Castle. And at the very, very beginning.
The fact that Chris is recovering so quickly from this is weird.
Hey, Chris, I got these for Noelle, but... you, think she'd like them? Chris, you think it'll work out between us?
Chris is not... okay.
Yeah, maybe flowers are stupid, right? No way. I don't need to voice these lines, you're already going through them.
Okay, just in case, tell me whenever there's, you know...
It's when you see Ralsei. Also, I'm fairly certain in both this route and in the normal route, the Flower King Dark World isn't made by Chris to like for like a specific reason. I think it's made so that Susie doesn't see Noelle.
Maybe.
Or that, in this case, Chris, or the soul doesn't see Noelle again. Seems kind of peaceful this time. Let's go. Welcome to the regular weird route.
Okay, that's... yeah. Flowery, I don't really have anything.
Code shift for anybody who like went through this on their first like attempt.
If anyone went through this on their first attempt, you're a psychopath.
Oh, this is just opening weird route. And not drowning Noelle and Chris. This is definitely someone's reaction, like a first time playthrough of Deltarune Chapter 5.
Sorry to keep you.
Don't care.
Mike.
Don't care. Don't care.
But yeah, I also... There's some stuff that I think might be different. I don't think Chris had an opportunity to talk to Seth prior to making the Stark Fountain. I feel like this one was spontaneous.
Huh. Okay, so is there anything specific we need to do to continue down this path, or is it just...
Nope. I mean, you can should probably still do the stuff you've been doing. Kill enemies with Chris.
Yeah.
Use the Black Shard.
The Black Shard,
The thing
honestly...
is, enemies cannot be killed this chapter.
But you can still get stronger.
Yeah, but like all the boss enemies cannot get stronger. You can't kill them. Chris, you're okay. Hey, why are you in there? Oh, that stupid Flowery put me in here. But Chris, I'm just happy you're okay. I hope we can have a great day today.
I guess.
Hey, go back a sec. Since when do you call people stupid? Sorry, I mean, he's actually probably pretty smart.
What?
Yeah, I mean, he did go to college. He did not go to college.
Ralsei is not a hater?
Ralsei is still a hater in this chapter.
I had a thought it's gone. I had a thought it's gone. It's gone forever.
Being real, I don't think we need to do a full stream of this playthrough. We can just like get the recording, and then I can dub the lines later because like it's very few line changes. Just hang out with Susie whenever you can in the thing.
Okay.
In the castle.
Is this all the changes at the start already?
Yeah, you've already seen all the changes. You've seen most of the changes.
Sorry about that, guys.
Huh.
Yes.
Okay,
You also don't get to give Sham, I don't know. You don't get to give them the Shadow Crystal for Gerson.
Do you fight Hatsune Miku? That's I mean, I guess, yeah. There's nothing stopping me. I'm gonna go in here.
She's just in Asgore's like thing. You can get all the Shadow Crystal bosses in this weird route, not the other weird route.
Correct. I'm gonna stand here, and I think this is the time to like share thoughts. Then, before we end stream.
I think save and just like get out of the game for now because I feel like we're both in a state.
What kind of state? I'm fine. What do you mean?
I had to fucking do the acting for that bit, dude. I'm not okay.
Okay, I'm gonna kill the game capture and kill the game as well. Fuck.
Fuck. Okay, do you want to show everyone our bingo cards for this?
Yeah. So funny bit, hilarious bit actually. Before I show anything, I need to set up a thing first because I had an idea recently that is gonna save me so much time in the future sharing images. It's gonna be just a few seconds. I'm gonna add a source. I'm gonna add a window capture. I'm gonna go,
So I'm
okay.
opening the stream, so chat, I will also be seeing what you see for once.
Okay, the window is blank completely.
Yep.
That's bad news. Okay, so I cannot use window capture. That's great. Why are they like this? I really don't want to do display capture.
Just
Okay.
just do
Yeah,
display
whatever.
capture of like your image thing.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna figure it out later.
Or just open both things in like in your in browser, and then capture that
Yeah.
window.
Where is my bingo? Where's my bingo? I sent it
just
literally
like-
today.
Yeah, it's not like that far up. I can forward it back to us.
Open with Paint. I'm just gonna show Paint. Display capture. Okay. Automatic primary monitor. Okay. And here we are. So funny bit. Also, did you send me your bingo?
Yeah, I already sent it. I sent it like as soon as we finished the regular Dark World.
Okay. So
My
funny,
one, terrible. My bingo, terrible.
funny bit. If you pay close attention to all the things, maybe we should go through all of them, left to right. Like, for me, it was. I'm gonna just put it like this. There we go. For me, it was there's gonna be Papyrus info. Rudy is revealed to be the knight. Rio roots. Chapter ends on next Dark World. Flowers act like Asgore's family. I'm gonna mark all of the ones I got already.
I don't think Flowers Act Like Asgore's family is right. They tried to replace his family, and that's a different.
I guess, but still, like the family thing is very important. The chapter between Asgore and Flowers.
Hmm.
They literally say we are gonna love you more than Torio. We are gonna,
Yeah.
Death Drowned reveal. That didn't happen at all. But
I
there
think
was a
question mark
drowning.
on that. I think question mark on that.
There was a drowning, so I am suspicious of that. True. Azrael is not present at all.
Yeah, and by the way, that one is also on both of our bingo
Yeah,
boards.
and that's the funny bit. Some of these we weren't talking about what
we
we
were
were
not
putting
talking
down.
about what we would have. We just fully.
For I think 4 or
Like-
5 of these, we put the exact same guess in the exact same spot, and I think that's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So friend reveal debut didn't
Real
happen.
name for friend. Didn't happen. There is a red friend.
There is
It
a
was
red friend,
but red.
and friend. I guess there is a review of sorts with friend, and it's that if friend wanted us dead, he could. He could very easily do
Yeah.
that. He removes all of your health down to 1 if you find them this time. I think this is meant to signify that, friend being a cat is getting more curious. He's prodding at us, the
Yeah.
player, and the Fangang. He's trying
Yeah, but that's
to
not.
make contact.
That's not a debut though.
Yeah,
so we're both wrong for that.
It's a foreshadowing. She was used
Tuna
up.
got she was used up. You fully got that.
Okay, yeah, possibly. Togor mentioned somehow. Still not sure about that because I didn't read every single dialogue box. It might as well just be
I'm
like
gonna
a
be
random
real,
NPC.
no Toggle reference, unfortunately.
Oh, not at all. Okay, then never mind.
Yeah.
Susie tricked by the fake pen of hope didn't happen at all. That I didn't even
Yeah.
like make a joke about, hey, is this the white pen of hope? So no. The Rousey solo fight, he got everything but
He got actually removed from a fight.
yeah, he was removed from a fight. The total
You want to put a
opposite
green
happened.
X over that one just to be a signifier that you definitely did not get it right.
Yep. Flowey reference, obviously, it's the Flowey chapter. We've seen this in the trailer.
Yeah, that was the free space. That's why I also had egg there. That was the free space.
Will you allow me to select the curly option?
I think the curly option works because Chris just straight up stole one of Birdley's feathers to give as like a bathwater to Seth.
There is curly content in this for sure.
Yeah,
Rousey Origin hinted out.
Red. I'm glad that you picked
because this one is special.
Yeah, Rousey Origin hinted at. We have no fucking clue what Rousey is. Maybe Rousey is alive?
Okay, the one thing that could even, like, we could even consider to count as that, to me, would be, oh yeah, Flowery, if I wanted to, I could fucking kill you in an instant. That is
but even then, that's not an origin reveal, and I think the origin hinting is that Rousey is similar to the flowers in that he's not white, a regular Darkner.
Yeah. So
I think you can count that as a question mark or a circle for you. I think that is.
I'm gonna question mark it. Your best friend motif absolutely happened.
Your best friend every 0.3 seconds.
Yeah, but every single time it wasn't the full motif. That's what I was talking about. Every time it appeared, it started, the motif and did a bait and switch. Those bait and switches, there is definitely more. I caught 2 of them. One is his theme in a random area. First, like 3 notes sound like his theme, which might be me being delusional, but whatever. And yeah, there's your best friend and I think the legend in Flowery's fight or something.
Flowery's fight has the legend, has your best friend, has I think it has a bit of finale in there. It also has a bit of freedom.
Yeah.
Like a bit of the freedom motif is in there. However, the prophecy and the freedom motifs are both subverted. They begin both motifs and then they spiral them outwards deliberately because Flowery is fighting against the prophecy, but he does not believe that he will be free.
Yeah.
Both of them are actively conflicting. Flowery cannot, do it.
Also, wait, Satellite is right. I can technically mark the sun as evil, even though it did.
Is that Fox evil? Or is that Fox just annoying?
I mean,
I don't think that counts. We both know that doesn't count.
Yeah, we both know that doesn't count, but technically speaking, something with the sun happened. It just wasn't the thing I was expecting at all. Cowboys mentioned, obviously, Yellow, our goat. Our suicidal goat. Rousey mixed
Only
up...
the second most suicidal character.
Next to Noel?
Yeah, and Chris. Maybe third most. Chris is definitely not feeling good.
I mean, okay, I assume that whenever we get a text box, Chris does have influence on the choices we have. Like, they can manipulate what we can see and what we can do to an extent. They gave us a chance to run away. It's just Noel is too far gone. We couldn't. If we don't proceed, she is going to proceed.
Didn't want to. Chris was genuinely terrified, and it was only because we were saying proceed and Noel was holding their hands that they went through with it.
Yeah. Rousey mixed up with flowers, absolutely not, completely wrong. Lightner fight did happen.
Lightner fight did happen. Weirdly enough, this was another thing where we were like, we put the same thing in the same box.
Yeah.
And somehow both of our things, completely separate events. We genuinely fucking kill a Lightner. We kill Triss and Noelle kind of in the weird route.
Yeah.
We fight a Lightner in the normal game.
Yeah, in the normal game we fight Mad Mew Mew, which is just the dummy again, possessing a toy of Mad
Yeah,
Mew
that's
Mew.
Mad Dummy possessing Mew Mew again, which is a Lightner possessing a Darkner.
Yes.
We both think counts as a Lightner fight.
It's a gray, gray, you know, like the color gray.
We're not coming up with a word for this one specific guy.
Yeah, Amphi said that, yeah, like the flowers are not, the flowers are Lightners, so
Oh yeah, flowers are also Lightners.
they are not objects and stuff. And I responded with, just wait till the fandom comes up with a dumb shit name for them, like Plant Nurse or some shit.
Yeah, wow, I can't wait for that.
People did that for Gerson. Gerson, by some people for a time, was called Dustner because he is dust.
But he's a Darkner. Like they just
Yeah.
say he's a Darkner.
The dust has something to do with it, not everything. The dust is just there because Gerson is a darkener of the hammer inside his like urn. Rules card, genuinely no rules card content in the entire chapter.
No, he does appear. He does appear if you don't have the if you don't have Starwalker, he does appear, and he does still want to fight.
Oh. Is there a fight?
He doesn't appear in Flower King, but he does appear in Castletown, and he does still want to fight.
But is there a fight with him? Or does he just want to fight?
There is a fight with him.
Oh.
He does want to fight. He also wants to fight with Alino and Lanino. They don't want to be near him.
The branches are splitting. Like the branches of there is only one
more
ending.
Than 3 save files, dude. Also, your choices don't matter in question.
Yeah, that your choices don't matter in question. We have so many split paths, each ranging from seemingly random bullshit that doesn't matter still, and even stuff like, you know, what just happened. Starwalker impacted if we see a fight or not.
Yeah. Not if we see a fight or not. It's fully the dojo is completely different whether or not you have Starwalker. Because if you have Starwalker, it is based on like love between 3. If you don't have Starwalker, it is a lover's paradise with 2 monogamous people.
Is the original Starwalker genuinely related to the Titans? I don't know at this point. At this point,
what the fuck is the tropical Starwalker? These tropical birds are pissing me off.
Obviously, a tropical aspect of the Titan. Read the text or whatever. But yeah, okay, didn't happen. Regardless, Asgore says some weeb shit. He doesn't. Oddly enough, he's just like normal, which is weird. Why is the chapter Japanese?
We caught him at a very Japanese time in his life.
We caught him at a very Japanese time of his life. I did have an idea from the very start.
Chris thinks his dad is a weeb, or Chris thinks their dad is a weeb.
I think no. I think I DM'd you about it. I didn't kinda know why that's the case. It's because Asgore and fucking Alphys. Alphys has been borrowing manga and anime to Asgore, just because.
They've been lending it to Asgore.
But when we,
I don't think that would make it all Japanese. I feel like that would just add some anime bullshit.
It would make it more Japanese if Asgore was seemingly more into it. But when we close the Dark World, there is like just one manga on the TV somewhere, and that's it. And like that's all the Japanese connections we have, unless you want to count the flowers being exotic, which doesn't have any correlation to that, I don't think. Onion-san found dead in Miami, absolutely. Genuinely believe my idea for what's gonna happen with Onion-san is that when we do whatever the fuck we are doing in chapter 7, we're gonna be in like a watery area, underwater, under the lake, probably in the depths of the shelter. of the shelter Dark World rather. And in the background of one of the areas, we are gonna see like a fucked up, like squid tentacles and stuff, like a giant eldritch body somewhere in the distance. And we will genuinely have to fight an actual dead person Darkner in the Dark World. Like it's gonna be revealed, that's how it works. But all of this is an insane crack fury. Tunashi is not here. I am aware. I assumed she just left because she said be right back, so and didn't DM me anything, so you know. Also what? I am tweaking the fuck out. Let me have this. But I do think there might be some bullshit happening with Onion-san. Had to dip for a bit. Okay. Can I yap still? Can I yap without you here? Or do you want me to do something else and wait for you? But yeah. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah, Onion-san has some bullshit going on. Swimming minigame. There was a minigame. It wasn't swimming. Didn't happen. Night Rage Bait Suzy also didn't happen. The night appeared. I wouldn't call it rage bait. Onion-san watching two kids literally drowning in a fucking lake. Onion-san is dead. I don't know how to tell you this. Onion is fucking dead. And they turned him into takoyaki. Like the Gaster followers fucking wrangled Onion-san out of the lake, chopped his body up, and used it for takoyaki. I wish I was joking. I'm not. Actually, wait. Okay, drowning minigame. I'm counting. I'm counting swimming minigame. You know what? You are so right, Fatherfish. You're my goat. Who killed them? Okay, so there's this NPC in Undertale. It's called a Gaster follower. It says some Gaster bullshit. Just that's all you need to know. They've been in Deltarune since chapter 1, mostly in the library, foreshadowing that we should read the books in like upstairs. They have been getting more and more, I think, corrupted as the chapters went on. In chapter 4, you can talk to them when they are at the lake, and they keep repeating something like don't wait, or don't stop, maybe. Shit, are they telling us to not stop in the weird route? Also, something happened. My notifications are fucked up, but something happened. Thank you to someone who did something. I don't know what you did. So yeah, I think Onion-san is genuinely fucking dead and got turned into takoyaki. That part is important. I know it sounds like a joke, but I don't think it is a joke. I think they fucking killed him. Dog, this is just a horror story. Yeah. Okay, to go through the bingo. Night Rage with Suzy, yeah, didn't happen. M3 had whatever these are. The Tale of Hell review didn't happen. The Pure Crystal was real. I think it is, but we didn't get confirmation this chapter. The Fallen Star is mentioned. It might be the Fallen Star mentioned in... Can I open Discord? Am I stupid? Oh. Hi. Sorry, it reset the call.
Yeah.
Are you on phone?
On phone.
I see. Do you want to go through your bingo then?
Yes, I would like to.
Okay, so left. I need to stream to you probably. There you go.
Okay, so I was pretty conservative in terms of like what I considered a thing. Granted, I also just didn't tick off we find the lost bunker code because I'm stupid. Like, yeah, we got that. Also, I didn't tick off December's fate is revealed because while it's While we definitely know what happened to December, December got caught up in the Dark World from years ago. We don't know that, so we're just gonna not say
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
But
Currently
like, if
date.
you want to count it, I would say that's question mark.
Yeah. Currently date didn't
Didn't happen.
Too specific.
Crash Out Champion 2018, I count that.
Yeah.
I
definitely.
didn't tick it, but that should count. Azure doesn't come home yet. Once again, we mentioned that with you. To
Yeah.
get a real
Hold
name
on.
for friend.
Hold on. I'm gonna use yellow to mark. Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
Oh yeah. We get a real name for friend. Didn't happen.
Yeah. Also, exact same spot.
Perfect match. Ralsei Light World reveal.
Didn't happen.
Like with Tuna, we got vague details and not a full reveal. We know that Ralsei is probably something that is alive but not
Yeah.
a monster or a human.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. Carol
Carol
goes mask off.
doesn't even appear.
At this point, Carol doesn't appear. I don't even fucking know what her motivations are anymore because she was really happy about Chris taking Noelle to the festival, and Chris drowned them both there. So I don't fucking know.
Night conspiracy and fighting.
I put a
Maybe.
question mark because Alvin is part of the conspiracy, and he starts writing his own sermons, as well as that Asgore clearly does not like the Night. He hates the Night. He despises the Night.
Yeah. Ralsei gets his own super boss. Again, absolutely did not happen, but it's very funny
Absolutely didn't happen.
It's very funny it happened twice.
It's very funny. We both said the same thing.
Egg, yeah.
Egg. Tale of Hell reveal. Now, this one is a question mark because I'm pretty sure the Tale of Hell is the weird route.
I think.
And some shit is happening.
I'm not sure. Okay, because Weird Route A, let's call it that. Weird Route A, we do get lost in the forest. I think that's what happened,
the thing
right?
Is we don't. We don't.
Hmm.
We don't get lost in a forest in Weird Route A. That is the garden.
I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about, I think getting lost in the fucking woods, being part of the prophecy, it just means going back on the original path, and I think we did do that.
Maybe something. I think question mark.
Yeah, I'm gonna question mark
it. I think the Tale of Hell is being revealed somewhat.
Asgore boss fight? Absolutely not.
There was an Asgore fight in the sense that we argued with him, but not a boss fight. I guess. Don't count that. Don't count that.
But I did also clock that a while ago when we were playing Chapter 4. I didn't put it on my bingo. I completely disregarded it. I thought I thought I'm delusional.
Yeah. Onion San tells us about Song of the Deep. Give me a green X for that one, please.
Onion San got turned into.
Onion San is dead.
Onion San got eaten by Susie. New book in the library also didn't happen.
Technically, a new book just outside the library. It's a book that tells you how to barricade doors.
Do you think that's foreshadowing as well?
Maybe.
Because, when the roaring happens and darkness starts spilling out in hometown, the only way we can defend ourselves is barricading ourselves in a house somewhere. Probably.
With light.
I think, overall, Chapter 6, the roaring is gonna happen. Chapter 7 is us either stopping the roaring, like defeating the roaring or whatever, banishing the angel, or whatever the fuck we're doing on the other routes.
I genuinely think Chapter 6 will be the end of the prophecy, and Chapter 7 will be the fallout of the prophecy, and that's why Weird Route Part B, because we've already broken the prophecy there.
Yeah.
We didn't see the Chapter 5 boss. We didn't see the Flower Man trapped in Asylum.
That's true.
So, you know,
But we do
Yeah.
need both sides of the weird route to access chapter 7 then. Maybe.
and for the chapter 7 B side, I think there is going to be a way to defy the prophecy without the weird route. I still think that's what the shadow crystals and what the eggs are for.
Carol, take care of your children. It's very funny.
She won't.
Yeah, she won't.
She won't.
Hometown
I
Dark
think
Curtain
Carol
at
don't
the
care about
end.
kids is crazy. They're fully wrong.
Fully wrong, but I would not be surprised if it happened at the very start of chapter 6.
Yeah. We learn what the final tragedy is. No, I still think there's two options for Dark World for chapter 6, and that's the Holiday Home and Ices, because they could both be the Ice Palace.
I think the final tragedy, there is more evidence for it to be to close the hometown Dark Fountain. Like
the Castle Town.
There is more stakes to that, which makes it more appealing to me, because my problem with that idea originally was that there is no stakes to that. Like, genuinely...
Yes, but now that is where Susie lives.
Yeah, that is now Susie's home, or it was for a while, and we just didn't notice. I think before she might have been living, like, in the closet itself.
No, she had a place. She had a place, remember. She has a physical building that is her home. If you walk over to it, she says, Chris, you know that's not what I mean. So that apartment is still her canonical... That's where that's where she lives.
It is, but we don't know how long she's been gone from there. I don't think...
We do. She returned there after the end of chapter 1. Chapter 2, she stayed with Chris. Chapter 3, probably the first time she spent the night in the Dark World. Or chapter 4, sorry, is probably the time she spent her first night in the Dark World.
Which is kind of crazy, because, okay, there was a comic, I don't know who made it, but there was a fan comic after chapter 4 released, where Chris, after the very end, was just so overwhelmed with everything, they ran to hometown to sleep in their bed in, like...
Castletown.
In Castletown, yeah. And it's fucking crazy that kind of what Susie does instead.
Yeah. Yeah, also the final row of shit that we just genuinely got nothing, like I got nothing right on the bottom row.
Katy and Brat Yuri. I'm not sure about this one. There are...
It might have happened. I've seen OSTs.
Yeah.
Maybe if you talk to them at a certain point. I didn't see it.
Yeah, there are two OSTs which are like a remix of Confession from Undertale, but with Katy and Bratty themed sound effects. Pizza Pants and Blue Ears Yaoi absolutely happened. Like, I'm sorry, you got that one. The Yaoi is doomed, but it is Yaoi.
Okay, I didn't count it, but if you want...
I'm counting it. It's gonna come back, definitely. Do you really think that plot thread is over now? Like, yeah, both of them are depressed and unhappy, and we are not gonna make hot, sloppy yaoi of the two food-themed NPCs from Undertale?
Okay. Determination didn't appear at all.
Absolutely, we were baited by Toby Fox. I'm gonna green that as well, because I'm mad. Pisses me off. There was, for anyone unaware, there was a... what was it? Fucking... concept art thing, or like a translation thing that Toby shared on Blue Sky. And there was
Steam talking, and he was like, this power is...
Yeah,
this power is built. No, it's more accurate to say that this power is... And everyone thought would be determination.
Yeah, and what was it in the end?
It was hopes and dreams.
Yeah, it was the power of hopes and dreams, which... I fucking guess, dude. I don't know. You do you. If you want to keep your D word in your back pocket for chapter 7 when we will cry the most.
Determination has appeared already. It's the power that creates dark fountains.
That's true. That's true as well. We learn what Asgore did.
Guess what, brother? That's another question mark right there.
Hold on. Allow me then.
I got a bingo of question mark.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna just... It's a questionable bingo. Guster does something directly.
Guster does something directly. Nope.
I mean, let me think. Is there anything we could count as
No.
direct action? I mean, okay.
Unless there's something in changing the window name.
Guster doesn't do something directly, but I think we do something directly to get to Guster. The Chapter 7 screen is too weird to not be Guster related, which I hate saying that, but sorry, Guster defaultism is fully...
But that's every chapter end thing.
This one is more. I don't know how to say it. I didn't put it around in my head correctly yet. This one is more Guster than anything else.
That's true.
This is the romanticized idea of Guster appearing in official media, in official extent. Which brings me to what the fuck is gonna happen next?
I think Chapter 6 will be the end of the prophecy. I've said this. I think it will be the roaring, the sealing of the fountains, like we see the final tragedy. And then I think there will be 3 paths through Chapter 6. There will be the prophecy is maintained route. This is where Carol and Chris get their way. They like deal with it. They win.
Mm-hmm.
And like the prophecy is maintained. The final tragedy is unveiled. We lose hometown or no, Castletown. I think the second route is what's it called? I think the second route is shadow crystals. I think you use the shadow crystals, you find an alternate path, you find a way to avoid the final tragedy, using the power of the hopes and dreams of other darkness.
Specifically broken hopes and dreams, but purified. So I guess it would return to normal hopes and dreams, right?
Yes, and I think because it's important, because Jevil dreamed of freedom. What's it? Stampton didn't want to be a puppet. What's it called? I'm trying to get all my words out. 3, the Knight. We don't know what their motivation is, but we know that they had a shard. We just need to figure out what their motivation is. I think their motivation is probably going to be something related to Carol or Des, because one of them is definitely the Knight still.
Either that, or
Chapter 4. Gerson's goal, his hopes and dreams are to change fate. And finally, Chapter 5, Mew Mew's hopes and dreams are for the body and mind to be working together.
Yeah.
So I think all of their dreams are going to come true through Chris and the Soul.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going to be one way to defy fate. And I think the other way is going to be the weird route. I think there are going to be 3 paths through chapter.
That is very likely to happen. I think that's like the most solid unified theory of what the fuck is up with the weird scrunklies in my Earthbound inspired video game. Yeah. Except with the Knight, I don't think still that them having a Shadow Crystal means they have a broken hope and dream. Maybe they do. Maybe it's gonna be revealed later. I think the Roaring Knight, since their armor is made from the same material, seemingly, maybe, probably.
Well, yeah, but that just means that their armor is made of broken hopes and dreams.
Yeah, I think...
Which I do think, by the way, more confirmation that the Knight is Des.
I guess.
If her hopes and dreams are stolen from her.
I'm not getting into Knight discussion. This is gonna turn into a war zone. But yeah. I think
I also really don't.
The important part of the Knight, to me, is that they might have hopes and dreams. I don't think they are important in this context right now, at least. I think what's important is that they represent the breaking of hopes and dreams themselves. They are broken dreams incarnate. They are the antithesis to everything honestly this entire series is about.
Maybe, do you think maybe there's a chance that the no, I was going to say the shadow, because the shadow crystal has to be from the night, specifically from them being beaten by the Fun Gang in Chapter 3.
Yeah,
Because if you don't beat them, they don't drop the shadow crystal.
yeah.
So I think maybe their hopes and dreams are for things to proceed smoothly, for things to go exactly as they plan.
Well, then we would have to have any idea what the fuck is the Knight's like
We
motivation
also
at
don't know what
all.
the fuck Chris's plan is, and we don't know how the conspiracy ties into it because fuck it, man. I don't even know if Carol. I don't know if Carol's connected to the conspiracy anymore,
At
or
this
like
point,
what is happening with the conspiracy.
at this point, I don't think there like there might not be a conspiracy at all. It might just be Carol.
But no, it definitely involves something with Carol, Chris, and the Knight.
It does, yeah, but I don't think
But
it's a
we don't know.
I don't think it's a conspiracy going through the entire town. I think Carol is just influential enough that she is steering everyone to act on her behalf, whatever her goals are.
Yeah.
I think she is
Yeah, something like
manipulating
that.
everyone. Alvin doesn't know anything. Asgore
Alvin
knows
definitely knows stuff.
I mean, okay,
Alvin
yeah.
definitely knows stuff. He tells Chris to stay away from the
He
like
he knows something, but he might not know anything solid.
yeah.
He might just know that, oh yeah, the shelter and everything regarding the mayor. The mayor is suspicious as all hell. I don't trust her. Chris, stay away from there.
Yeah. Oh, also, I want to say one more thing. It's about the prophecy from chapter 4, because I now feel like I have more proof for this. The 4 heroes in the prophecy are listed in the order of, or the heroes in the prophecy are listed in the order of: first is the cage with human soul and parts. Second, the girl with hope crossed on her heart. Third, the prince from the dark, the prince alone in deepest dark, and then last, the girl. At last was the girl.
Yeah.
I think this is in the order of them first going into a dark world, and I think it's in reference to the dark world from the past. Chris and Noelle went into it as kids. It is what granted them their trauma. They both think, or at least Noelle thinks it was a bad dream and tries to repress the memory, while Chris remembers, and that's why they are so fucked up. Then, because they both clearly have some kind of PTSD, just spelling the name December fucks up Noelle. But then after that, we have Susie. After that, we have Rolsey, who is in the Castletown Dark World, and judging by what they said in chapter 4, or chapter 5, sorry, the Castletown Dark World is only a couple days old. It's barely older than Card Kingdom. Then finally, what am I thinking of? Finally, Susie. Susie has a different character icon from the girl. Her icon is the Broodbuster, as well as that when the 3 heroes meet at the world's end, it is pretty clearly still Chris, Susie, and Ralsei.
Yeah.
So I think the ordering we get is not necessarily the ordering of the 3 heroes. Alternatively, Chris isn't one of the heroes. Chris is just the cage that holds the human soul, and the heroes are Noelle, Susie, and Ralsei.
Huh. Fucking maybe, but still think the weird route is enacting the prophecy.
No, not at all.
Because, okay.
I did say this before chapter 5 came out. So far, there is no evidence that the weird route had broken the prophecy.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Fuck me, dude.
It's so over. I still think it might
It's-
follow the prophecy even closer than any other route. In
That's not
the
possible. It has already violated one of the core bits of the prophecy.
wait, did it?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Oh
it
man,
did.
trapped in asylum. Chapter 5, the field of gold and
Yeah.
field of gold and pink burned in an inferno of envy or whatever.
I think there's gonna be in the near future something revealed about the prophecy that will also like I'm beginning to think more and more, and these are the feelings I had before the chapter dropped, before I played this.
Yeah.
I think the prophecy is gonna start mattering less and less and less. I
The
think
thing is, I think the prophecy doesn't really. The thing is, I already think the prophecy doesn't matter because I already think that the prophecy has kind of been altered somewhat. That we're subtly defying it, even if we haven't actively broken anything yet.
yeah,
Because Ralsei not burning down like the flower thing seems to break the prophecy.
hmm,
There's also the question of, hey, my theory is that Chris and Noelle went into the Dark World as kids, but did Noelle go there? It could have been just Chris, or it could have been Chris and December, or it could have been someone else. It could have been like they never went there, and the order is based on how they were meant to meet, and Chris and Noelle were meant to get to the Dark World together. Noelle did actively try to go to the Dark World with Chris and Susie at the beginning of chapter 1.
yeah,
But she lacked confidence because she lost Des. And losing Des, who is already a character who is shown to be pretty distinctly breaking fate somewhat, as does Noelle. Both of them are capable of breaking games, and they're stuck in a game. Noelle and I think the combination of those two actively broke the story, and Noelle was meant to be there in chapter 1.
yeah.
So I think one of the two. Either
I'm-
way, I'm fairly confident Susie is not the first girl, is not the second hero.
Probably not. I'm going through the comments because there was some stuff I missed and I wanted to comment on. Drowning minigame, Fatherfish, my goat. I marked the swimming minigame if you didn't notice. Because we had that drowning minigame in the weird room.
Yeah, it was deeply funny. I laughed in real life.
Who killed them? Yeah, the whole Onion-san thing, blah, blah, blah. Dog, this is just a horror story. Did you guys also grow up with like video game themed creepypastas?
Yep.
Because I think what's happening here, there have been plenty of games based on those, right? There have been a lot. Like
Yeah, Sonic.exe.
there are entire genres based upon it. I think what Toby is doing is bringing that idea fully realized into his game. It's not a game with the sole purpose of being a creepypasta game. It's not a game with the full like head-on horror that you're supposed to feel. He is putting in the shit that's like the crazy stuff that's happening in games. I think the only thing that comes to mind right now is spoilers for Final Fantasy VII. I guess I didn't play it neither, but this whole conspiracy about oh yeah, you can save Aerith or whatever. In no fucking reality would the developers of that game think to include a completely logic breaking and game breaking alternate path where you would alter the fate of a character that needs to die for the purpose of the story, because that is so much work. They would need to rewrite the entire second half of the game,
like second half, like Final Third.
Yeah, something like that. I, again, didn't play it. My knowledge of Final Fantasy VII is YouTube videos and brief talks about it. I think Toby looked at that and said, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that thing. I'm gonna go as
Yeah.
hard as I can into the horror. I'm gonna realize that idea of a haunted game found at a fucking garage sale.
I'm looking at chat. Magetta said, as one media analysis guy, I
Yeah, that
respect
was
it.
the next
Whenever
thing.
whenever there's a prophecy in a piece of media, the point of including it is to break it. I generally agree, especially when it is a bad prophecy. But sometimes it is about following the prophecy to the letter of the law in a way that makes you come out on top. I
Yeah.
think those are two different ways to like have
and we didn't know the prophecy is bad up until the last chapter.
Chapter 4. Like we knew that there was a prophecy. We didn't know, one, that it was exact, and two, that it was like
Also, another thing we didn't really think about, there is no telling that even following the prophecy to a T has a good conclusion just for the world.
Well, no, we do know that it's the only way to save the world.
I mean, yeah, it's the only way to save the world, but it also fulfills the angel's desire, which is our desire, which I'm not sure what it is at some point. I have no idea what I want. I think I want...
That's actually a bigger question, because in Ralsei's version of the prophecy, he does mention we need to banish the angel's heaven.
Yeah. So...
we don't know what the angel's heaven is. The angel's heaven could be like... the ideal place for the angel could have been like the Dark Worlds.
Yeah, and then
we just simply don't know enough about what the angel's heaven is. It could be the Dark Worlds themselves.
And
because heaven is dark in Deltarune. We've got multiple like things to say that heaven is dark.
Heaven is dark. Gaster is Satan. Just gonna throw that one out there.
Yeah, random. You know, Gaster is associated with the number of the beast.
Yeah, he is associated with the number of the beast, which that has nothing to do with anything. I don't think it's the number of the beast, because I don't think Toby would directly mention the Bible. I think is gonna...
I mean, he is pulling on a lot of biblical imagery and Christian imagery. Like Ralsei prays by getting on his hands and knees and placing his hands together.
But 666, I think, is a little bit too direct. I think at some point he's gonna have to reveal that those numbers are not actually being associated with the devil from the Bible.
Do you know what I think they are? Do you know what I think they are?
What?
Chapter 6, 3 save files.
Genuinely horrified me just now. Genuinely, I am now scared, because that's plausible and I hate it.
Yep. Also, by the way, Chapter 6 next year, guys. It's on the Steam page for Deltarune.
It is?
If you just go to that.
Oh,
yep, go to the Steam page for Deltarune.
If Steam decides to load. Weird how they didn't put it in the credits.
I think it's because they weren't sure how far along they were in Chapter 6 when they finished Chapter 5.
I guess. Is it the Chapter 5?
Because remember, Chapter 3 and 4 were meant to come out with Chapter 5. Like, they were meant to come out 3 and 1, but 3 was like, this is taking too long. We're going to release these now, and then the year after, Chapter 5 is mostly done. The year after, we'll just release that.
Yeah. Where is it on the Steam page?
You just scroll down. It's like a post-Toby put.
Oh, wait. Is Chapter 5 the last chapter? Nope, they're still continuing and more chapters will be added. Is this a review? What is this? Is this new? Only one ending? No, that is not new. FAQ. Is Chapter 5 the last chapter? Nope, they are still continuing. And more chapters will be added for free over time. Then when's Chapter 6? We are aiming for a 2027 release. Meanwhile, we will be periodically releasing information on the development progress of the game. Chapter 6 is almost done, by the way. Toby said so himself. Yes. Chapter 6 is almost...
Toby said...
They
said that they think they'll be done by the end of the year.
Not even done. Chapter 6 is like... At this stage, Chapter 5 was in April. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
He could release it this year still, technically. But I don't think he's gonna do that.
I don't think
Uh,
he's going to do that because he did say, I think in the in the Deltarune Chapter 5 reveal, he mentioned like on that like post that newsletter post that he announced that they were aiming for completing the chapter by the end of the year. The fact that they're still aiming for Chapter 7 release in 2027 makes me think maybe Chapter 6 isn't only Chapter 6.
I'm not
I don't
sure about
know.
that one. I'm not sure about that
I'm
one.
not sure.
There has been a plan in chapter 1 from Toby to release all the other chapters together. That clearly has changed. I think his vision for
Yeah.
the game has as well.
Yes, he did originally say he wanted to release only Chapter 1 and then all 6 chapters. Then
COVID.
he tried to move Deltarune over to a different game engine for Chapter 2. It took a long time, and eventually he had to quit. Then Chapter 3 and 4, the reason why they took a long time, if you don't know, Toby got a hand injury and
Yeah.
couldn't physically write or make music.
Yeah.
And hey, do you remember that bit where Chris keeps playing the piano? That was all played by Toby.
Oh, shit.
So that's why Chapter 3 and 4 took such a long time.
Yeah.
And that's why Chapter 5 is taking a long time. It took a long time. Chapter 6 and 7, so long as nothing major happens, they're probably going to be the fastest releasing chapters of the game.
I personally don't think that for chapter 7. Because I think
It's kind of hard to beat. We tried to recreate the entire game, failed, and then had to recreate it again backwards, and then
that's true. It's definitely not gonna be another 7 years or whatever the gap was. Jesus, but like,
God, I don't remember.
Okay, we already know the little information we know from chapter 6. It's a simple chapter to work on, according to Toby. It's simple. It's normal in a way somehow, which to me tells me that there isn't much crazy shit in chapter 6 specifically compared to chapter 7, which is obvious. Yeah, it's the finale, I think, maybe, probably.
Yeah. Unless chapter 7 side B is, or side C. We really need to understand what the weirder route is.
I will not be surprised if chapter 7 will genuinely be the size of 3 other chapters at the same time. Because there is so much shit that can happen, that will happen.
Yeah, I will say though, you're saying like you expect chapter 7 to be like 3 times the size. Even if it is 3 times the size, genuinely it will take less time than chapter 2 did, or chapters 3 and 4. Because remember, those were not held back by the scale of the chapters. They were held back primarily due to the physical reality of game development.
Also, we have to consider that the asset library for Deltarune is genuinely 3 times as large, or maybe even more, than in chapter 1. So
I also think that they're kind of just like done with making as many new assets. It's only the chapter, like, what new assets do they have to make? The chapter 6 Dark World, chapter 7 Dark Worlds.
Yeah,
that's it. Because Hometown's done. I don't think we're getting access to Icy's Pizzeria inside. Like, all of the buildings that we're going to enter have been modeled out. Even rooms that we haven't been in have been modeled out, like Carol's bedroom.
Yeah. So yeah, Hometown is pretty much completed.
Yeah.
But okay, let's talk for a second about chapter 7, the one where you go through the boundary. I think we genuinely broke out of Deltarune itself.
The game. Yeah, that one. That's why I said Dark Worlds. Plural.
We have broken out of the program. We have escaped Gaster's experiment.
Yeah.
I think. Because the whole thing didn't feel like it was supposed to happen.
Also, we now have one extra candidate for the unused voice. Noel post chapter 5.
Oh god, if they're gonna pull some fucking Fate Stay Night bullshit.
I don't think it's going to be Fate Stay Night bullshit. I think
Noel
Noel and
is
Chris have been
Archer.
shattered across space and time.
Noel is Archer. Noel is Archer. Noel is Archer.
Noel Night Believers when you ask him to name a character in Deltarune that isn't Noel.
Actually, shit, wait, what if Noel is the knight?
It's literally impossible.
Okay,
Unfortunately, we have hard confirmation that Noel and the Knight have places at the same time.
okay, but you just mentioned time travel. Time travel opens up so many doors, girl. We can do literally anything.
I opened up with the prospect of a thing that is unused and outside of space and time being Noel after
Yeah.
we broke the boundaries of the game.
Yeah.
And if the
Which,
game's boundaries are broken, yeah.
again, I think literally anything is gonna happen. I don't like night discussions because maybe it's because I have a very different idea of what the night is, just in general, what their purpose is. But I will mention this. I don't care about the candidates anymore. Genuinely, I don't think.
Well, the thing is, it's just the Holiday family. Every suggestion that isn't a member of
Yeah.
the Holiday family is a joke.
It's definitely.
And even then, some of the like Noel Knight and Rudy Knight are stupid.
The furthest thing from the Noel family it could potentially be is Gaster bullshit, is an amalgamate of Des
Yeah.
or something
And-
like that.
And even then, that hinges on you not caring about the fact that Gaster seems to be pretty anti-prophecy.
Which again, does Gaster have motivation? I don't think he does, honestly. At this point,
Well, I mean, he fucking loves it when Chris is fighting the Knight.
he
And
does
he loves it when Chris fights the Knight. He's cheering you on. He's your biggest supporter.
he
God,
does
like
he does love it.
To quote random commenters on that one fucking video, after a certain point, I stopped fighting the Knight for myself and started fighting the Knight so that WD Gaster would be proud of me.
Like, yeah, whatever. But like, I don't think Gaster has any stakes in this. Gaster is an observer.
Yeah.
Gaster doesn't
Yeah.
care. He wants to know what you will do. The only thing that I think could upset him is ruining his experiment, and I think we did it.
I don't think we did. Because I think the device has room for... Because the side B is getting to me. Do you know what a side B is? Do you know what a B-side is?
Like in vinyls, for example, whatever, yeah.
Not on a vinyl. It's in cassettes.
Cassettes, yeah.
It's the second side of the cassette player, and it is just the side. Like you flip it over, and there's a new track listing.
Wait, do you think there's gonna be side Bs for other chapters?
No, well, there is. Once again, the weird route is in the game files listed as side B. You're saying, that is literally what they are. They are in the in-game files listed as side B.
Yeah, okay. You did
That is
also.
the internal name.
What
So,
I'm going him because I'm thinking.
oh, okay. So yeah, I think Gaster has fully prepared for the weird route because he's saving them. He already has nomenclature for them. He asks us to insert Chapter 7 Side B. He doesn't ask us to begin Chapter 7 Side B. He has asked us to insert it. I think
I'm not sure it was
Chapter
him.
7 Side B. What was it then? The machine? Who is above Gaster and yet still below us?
I don't think. No, I think. Okay. That text that appeared, I think it is genuinely a safeguard that Gaster has put in the device itself.
Why would the device have a safeguard?
Why would Gaster ask? Why would Gaster ask us to insert side B like he's a fucking PlayStation 1 video game?
Because I think he requires something from side B to get to the end of the weird route.
I mean, he still might, but I still don't think the text that appeared is him in person, the same way he is in person during the character
Yeah,
creator.
I don't think it is him in person. I think it's just the device. I think it is
Yeah.
the device
Yeah, okay, so
just
yeah,
like
so we do
giving
agree.
instructions from Gaster. But
Yeah.
I think Gaster intended for this to be progression. I don't think it's a safeguard. I think it's Gaster's like plan, really. Because remember, in chapter 1, before you like go on to like chapter 2, if you have 3 copies of the same game file, Gaster says the preparations are complete.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think he intends for us to do 3 playthroughs of the game.
Is
One
it-
that ends at chapter 6, one normal route, one that breaks the prophecy into chapter 7, a second that breaks the chapter into chapter 7 side B, and then a final path that is weird route.
I'm thinking now about save file manipulation and how much of it have we seen overall. Which, by the way, it would make sense that we would get hints at save file manipulation in the fucking Flowey chapter as well, but I'm disregarding that for now. How would...
Also, the unused text appears in the end game, in the end of chapter save files. I don't know if anyone has gone to check the weirder route.
I'm looking
end
up.
Of game.
I'm looking up what the unused text is right now. If someone has found it, I hope they found it.
I'm checking.
Deltarune.
I know the unused text for chapter 5 has been found.
Unused
but I don't know if.
Text.
Okay, I found it. I do have one thing though, and that's my memories. Memories of my life. Maybe that's all I am at this point. A collection of memory. Then all I can do is not forget, right? Don't forget. I just have to keep telling myself that.
Maybe that's all I am at this point, a collection of memory. The word memory is sticking out to me a lot. Because memories have been used a lot just as a plot device in Undertale and in Deltarune, I guess. And there's also the memory heads in True Lab, which never had any explanation, I don't think. Every other amalgamate has a corresponding monster that has been fused with or otherwise altered. Memory heads are just skulls on the ground, which make phone call noises, like the same noise we hear in Deltarune when we use the phone.
Yeah.
And they want us to join them. In the dark, maybe?
Wait, I'm trying to find the...
This reminds me of that one time I decompressed Armored Core 6 and found RLF was mentioned as commie MTs. I am not enough of a Armored Core head to understand any of this. Gaster found the speedrunner daydom. Yeah, it's actually Gaster just wanting a girlfriend or something. I don't know. Deltarune is a game, yes. I do think the glitch part is part of the intentional device. It definitely is intentional, because what is not intentional to a god? Like,
well, I don't think the device is God. I think the device is an abstraction layer for us to interact with the world of Deltarune.
Yeah, but like Gaster is in a way a god, a creator, a game developer, whatever. But I think if we actually did break the game fully, it would just crash and nothing would happen. So I do think there is intention behind everything that has happened. I just am not sure how expected it was of us. Because I genuinely, in that sequence, you have to, I think, play it for yourself to understand how wrong it feels to do.
We know what you're talking about. We know device theory.
Yeah. We know device theory. It's been there since chapter 1. We know it.
Well, no, device series began with was officially codified in chapter 2. Like
I mean, yeah, but
the first inklings of device theory came from, I think, Andrew, what's his fucking face?
I think
Because
the
he
first
mentioned the chapter 1 before save file thing.
that, but also like it was kind of foreshadowed from the very beginning, from the very name of the survey program.
Yeah. Like, obviously, it's always been foreshadowed. That's why we have device theory. And device theory is, once again, the only theory that has managed to survive being basically like a kind of thought about thing from chapter 1, codified and solidified with Andrew Cunningham mentioning something similar to it. And then also like the full device theory that came later from, I forget her name, but like the 6-hour theory that also has like 5 hours of preamble. Just
Hold
to
on.
explain it.
I don't know what device theory is. I'm just thinking because it would make sense that the world has a prophecy and resets and all that, because it would be the hard coding in the game. Yeah. I think what happened, again, to repeat myself, I think what happened right now in the Weird Root, in the one where we go to chapter 7, we broke out of the program in a way. There is layers
I think we broke out of
to the program.
Deltarune's defined level. Like, I think we
Yeah.
broke out of the official play space. I think we broke from where we were meant to go.
And
Thinking about it from the perspective of Sword Root, because obviously we're going to talk about Sword Root and all of this. At the end of Sword Root, where does the player go? Where does Hero 1 go? They leave the game.
Yeah, they depart. Which, again, with all the foreshadowing in the Sword Root of what's gonna happen in the Weird Root, surprised that's a part of it. What makes me worried is that I think if that's the case, if that's meant to represent us leaving our confines, are we gonna come back to kill Susie? Because we can try doing that in the Sword Root room.
Well, that's prior, though. I think that bit is meant to be betraying Susie and Ralsei, leaving them alone. Because presumably Susie and Ralsei, after that point, they just go and like Ralsei goes, like Susie goes, "Hey, I can't find Chris anywhere. Where are they?" And then Ralsei goes, "Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
Like Chris goes, "Hey, I left Chris and Noelle by the lake. They disappeared." And then I imagine there's a search of them, and that is chapter 6. There's no other chapter 6 Dark World now.
Yeah.
Unless we find out the Knight kidnapped Toriel off screen.
Which they might have, honestly. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't actually see Chris's home.
But okay, I need to stress one thing that will never come through on a live stream or even like in a VC. It felt so wrong to do that sequence, quote unquote, correctly. You know, proceeding all the way through until we break out.
Once again, I couldn't do it. I felt sick. I had to quit out.
M3, you need to understand, whenever Noelle dialogue shows up, so whenever, like, the very basic thing, the very basic rule of this world is in effect, you start panicking because you cannot skip it immediately. You need to work with Deltarune's junk fucking dialogue controller to skip the text as fast as possible so you can proceed further and not drown. It genuinely feels like working against the most basic feature of the game in order to break through.
Oh yeah, I know.
Which,
it
again,
is genuinely just the worst feeling. Fucking pods again.
Again makes me think, yeah, it was predicted. This could potentially happen. How much intention is that from Gaster? Because I think Gaster maybe expected us to drown in the lake, because that's a confine. You cannot break out of the confine. I put it there for people to not leave.
Well, the thing is, if normal text boxes were being used, I would agree. But there's some fuck shit going on with Noelle in the weird route at this point where you can't skip her dialogue. You can't press Y. You can't press triangle. You can't skip her dialogue because
Because
she's leading you this time.
yeah, Noelle has agency, which is what I think was the entire goal so far. We gave
Yeah,
her,
Noelle.
we created a monster.
Yeah, I think it is. I am kind of glad they didn't go the route everyone thought they did, where Noelle would become Chris's puppet.
Yeah, no, because that's
Like, Noelle has bad feelings. Noelle has a lot of bad feelings. She's not a perfect angel. Insert angel symbolism with Noelle right here. But I don't know. It's all complicated.
Do you think that in chapter 5, right now in the Weird Root, Noelle has a fully developed soul?
Yes, all creatures have souls.
I'm not talking.
All lightners have
I'm-
souls. Like
I'm not
the darkness
talking-
have souls.
I'm not talking about bottom case soul. I'm talking about the soul. I'm talking about the little red pixel growing inside of her heart.
No, because the little red pixel thing is that thing, that red pixel, that is us. That is still us. That is, unless you want to say that Gosta is controlling her, but it is very clear that unlike Chris, no, this. Noelle is willing to do this. If you try to ask her to stop, she pulls you along.
Yeah. I don't think she's being controlled, definitely. I think this is just what happens. That's another thing. I think this would happen to literally any character we would put through similar shit. I think somehow, on accident, we have found a way to completely break...
I don't think that that's true. Because Noelle has already been established in the story as being very good at breaking games. She broke games all the time. She is probably the reason
yeah.
That
part, yeah.
She does ice magic.
That part, yeah. That part is her unique thing. I'm talking about the state she was in. I think if someone else has been somehow put through the same process of just getting stronger, they would turn out similar. They would start realizing that there is more to their existence than just the predetermined roles they've been given.
I don't think so. I think the thing is, Noelle is right in the sense that everybody is content to live out their days in the predetermined roles. Noelle refuses hers. But the reason why she can refuse her is because she is a video game character who is very good at breaking video games. Put another character in her position, what happens is they basically just go, Chris, I'm not going to kill anyone.
Yeah.
They go, Chris,
that's
what the
also
fuck
true.
is wrong with you? I'm leaving. I'm done with this. You can do your own thing, but you can't changing me.
I'm just trying to put into perspective the fact that the characters in the game can do things like that. The thing that is unique to Noelle is her involvement with whatever the fuck happened to Des, whatever happens in her family, whatever her game stuff, and the fact that she does genuinely want to change.
I just don't think so.
On a physical level, the fact that a character has took so much control away from us, the player, is scary.
Yes, but because I still think that
no one else would do it.
I still don't think. I don't think. The thing is with saying oh yeah, I think a different character, like any character, would go through it. No character would be able to go through what Noelle did. As well as that, remember, Noelle has ice magic. That is unique to her. What does ice magic do? Well, ice magic is water magic. Ice is frozen water. Water acts a lot like a glass. Water is associated with darkness. Glass is the prophecy. Noelle creates fate.
What the fuck is going to happen in the Ice Palace then?
We create our own fate. That's what I think is going to happen.
Oh no. Because okay,
Remember,
we
I'm
know.
just going to tell you this. It doesn't, at the end of chapter 5, even in the weird-ish route, not the weirder route, the weird-ish route, you still invite Noelle for the next chapter.
Yeah, you do. And okay, there is a small thing that we know about the Ice Palace. Okay, so you know how Rousey has learned fire magic?
Yep.
Or he knew it all the time, but he used it for the first time directly to damage something this chapter. The enemies in Ice Palace deflect fire spells. I'm pretty sure.
That is true. Or the boss of the Fire Palace or the boss of the Ice Palace in Dragon Blazes reflects fire damage. But it doesn't reflect ice damage. It is extremely weak to ice damage.
Are we going to lose on the normal route, regardless of what we do? I mean, I guess Noelle is gonna be there.
I think the thing is with Noelle is that Noelle might be able to fight back, but without Snowbrave, she can't break it. And that's why I think we get the Shadow Crystals once again. I think the Shadow Crystals will give us a chance to
You know what else it might
somehow break fate in a different method. Because
You-
once again, the Shadow Crystals are also described as glass, darkness, the prophecy. They too are prophecy fragments in a way.
You know what else it might be with like the pure crystals and stuff? I think it might be another Shadow Mantle situation where you technically can defeat the boss with just Noelle and no help, but it's not advised.
Yeah.
Which I don't think there's any major changes so far if you use the Shadow Mantle or not, but there might be. That might have some implications, maybe. I don't think it will, but it might. Maybe the Shadow
Create
Mantle
our
was...
own fate, or Rossi melts the fate that exists.
Actually,
Remember,
no.
though, fire is reflected by the like boss of the Ice Palace.
Yeah. So whatever
Fire
is
Shock
in the Ice
is-
Palace is the defying Rousey.
Yeah.
But okay.
Or it's resisting Rossi at least.
I just said I don't know if it's gonna have any implications that we don't have the Shadow Mantle. Of course it will. I'm fucking stupid. We will fight the Knight again.
Yeah.
Shadow Mantle is anti-Knight.
Yeah.
There is a lot of branches.
Just another thing for the record. The Knight is still definitely pro-prophecy. Like, all of the stuff we know for why the Knight is pro-prophecy is still true.
Yeah. The prophecy is still... Like, considering the Knight has a plan with Chris of some sort, they are still trying at least to enact the prophecy, because why the fuck would they... Why the fuck would Chris make a Dark Fountain?
Also, if they wanted to end the prophecy, they could have just caused the roaring right now. The heroes can't stop it, and if they just make sure that the dark worlds don't come out in the order they need to, they break the prophecy. Hell, the Knight showing up because the Knight meets the heroes strife by strife. If the Knight just didn't show up in chapter 5 or 6 or chapter 3 or 4 or 5, that is the prophecy broken. The Knight doesn't show up and fight face the hero strife by strife.
Which again, the kidnapping victims are weird.
Police sacrifice.
Police sacrifice. But what... I think we are certain that... Like, there was some doubt previously. I think we are certain now that whoever is on the forum, it's Carol. There's literally no other option I can think of that would make sense. Before there was...
Carol was in the bunker.
Yeah. Before it was a little bit dubious. Now I'm like certain of it. Also, that's another point. Throughout the entire festival, she is in the bunker, right?
Yep.
The bunker is a dark world. She calls you through... I mean, she could leave, maybe. I don't know. But if she calls you through a dark world, that maybe explains why her dialogue is so fucking weird, and like, why is it represented
that
by
could
a
be it.
why is it represented by a jagged, dark, broken up text box coming out of Chris's phone?
They
Because-
could genuinely explain it and also explain why it's different between chapters, like Weird Root Chapter 4 and
Yeah,
Normal Root Chapter 4.
because-
in Normal Root Chapter 4, she's like, well, Chris is clearly doing a great job with the soul. Noelle is vehemently obedient to him, and Susie didn't get the guitar.
Yeah,
I don't need to stay in the Dark Fountain to make sure no one comes in. Also, I do just think the bunker or the shelter is going to be the Chapter 7 Dark World. I don't think it's Chapter 6. Unfortunately, I
Yeah.
think Chapter 6 is still just going to be the Ice Palace, which is, I don't know, fucking the
you're-
Noelle home or Icy.
do you know what you're
Or
not
Noelle's home or Icy's.
do you know what you're not considering? Who the fuck says there must be one dark world per chapter?
Nobody. There were fucking 3 in Chapter 4.
I mean, yeah, but the 3 of the ones were kind of similar, kind of the same thing.
Technically, there were 2 in Chapter 2. Hell, there were 2 in Chapter 3 as well.
2 in chapter 2? Wait, hold on.
Yeah, we saw the beginning of the TV world.
Oh, okay, yeah, but that's not what
Hell,
I'm
there were 2 in
saying.
Chapter 1.
That's not what I'm saying, and you know
We've
it,
actually never seen one new Dark World
which
per chapter.
only proves my point, where I think we might have
Actually, I should say, with the exception of Chapter 5, the only one where we only see one Dark World, if we see it at all.
Yeah, but there is nothing saying that chapter 6 cannot be 2 completely separate dark worlds. I think it would be cool. I think it could invite some, like, oh, we cannot progress in this one anymore, we need to go into this one with, like, Noelle, and go back to this one with Rouse, and solve puzzles between them, because they are somehow, for some reason, intrinsically connected, but I don't know what area would be intrinsically connected to Icy's fucking pizza. 5 fucking...
Yeah, it would have to be a character. Also,
Freddy's Pizzeria, I don't know.
all the people the Knight tried or succeeded in taking boss monsters in Undertale? Yeah, but we can't know if that's relevant, because the only 2 they've taken are the police chief and the former police chief.
Also, is Undyne... I mean, yeah, I guess she is a boss monster. Correct, yeah.
Yeah, she is. The boss monsters in Undertale are Toriel, Papyrus, Sans, I'm trying to remember names.
Which to anyone who doesn't understand the significance of that, boss monsters are... I forgot.
Monsters whose souls can exist outside of their body for a short period of time after being killed, therefore allowing them to be absorbed by a human.
Yeah.
And that human will then become orders of magnitude more powerful than any monster could be. They are capable of walking through the barrier.
Undyne is fucking dead.
Also, other things to note. Despite the fact that you can kill plenty of boss monsters, that does not mean you can just walk straight through the barrier at the end. No matter what, the game treats it so that Frisk understands the boss monster soul that they take, no matter who they've killed so far, has to be Asgore's. They never once attempt to take another boss's soul. They always break them.
Yeah.
Also, other note, boss monsters are immortal until they have a child in Undertale.
Do you think we should do this for Undertale? I think it might be time.
We're going to play through all of Undertale?
Maybe?
I think so. I think I only have one Undertale character total, and that is Alphys.
I think if we're gonna do Undertale, I do kind of want to involve Bayon.
Oh yeah, we get Bay and we get like
I
we go
think
through this shit like
I think Bay's Flowey would be insane.
you know what, fair, yeah, let's contact Bay and we'll get on Undertale.
Sure. But okay, the significance of the boss monsters and the kidnapped people. The kidnapped people are also that Amphy said this before when we weren't on stream. All the boss monsters that were kidnapped are connected to the codes, like the police chief, Torio, who
Yes,
is very active in church, Asgore, who is,
Alf,
Asgore.
yeah, Asgore, who is the former police chief and has a shelter code. I imagine they tried to get the shelter code from what's her name, and just didn't get it because she didn't have it from Undyne. As well as that Alphys is connected to the church and to the police and to what's it? Toriel. Now, Alphys isn't a boss monster. I think that's important to remember. Alphys is not a boss monster.
Yeah.
But she's basically a boss monster.
My thing, on the other hand, which might be important, might be unimportant, you could say, not too unimportant. The only confirmed targets of a night kidnapping, the people that they definitely wanted to take, have been Torio and Asgore. I'm not sure if there's any significance to that. It might just all be coincidence. I'm wondering.
The thing is,
okay.
I think the plan was to kidnap Undyne. I think the plan was to kidnap Undyne and make the fun gang outside of Chris, who knew the truth, think that the goal was Toriel. That way they would go to the Chapter 4 Dark World.
I mean, yeah, but think about it this way. Okay, so how many codes are there? 3, 4?
3.
3. There's 3 codes. There's the church code, right? There's the police code.
There's three known codes, we should say. There's the church code, there is the holiday code, and there is the police code. The police code we got from Asgore. The holiday code we know is 1225. And the church code we can assume is 2202. Which, by the way, hey, if I had to guess when Chapter 6 is coming out, just make a slight guess. 22nd of February?
Maybe.
22nd of February is not an important date for anything Deltarune.
Yeah. I'm trying to, okay, because if you were the knight, and your goal was to stop...
And I am the knight, obviously.
Obviously. And your goal was to stop the Fan Gang from getting the codes. Why would you target the police code twice? Why would you capture Undyne?
Because you got it wrong.
I mean, you got it wrong, yeah. But then, if you got it wrong and you took the police chief instead of Torio, who was connected to the church one, why would you even target Torio in the first place? When Alvin is clearly the more logical choice.
The plan was Chris makes a dark world, leaves their door slightly open, flashes their mum's class tires. So Toriel goes and sees, oh, I can't drive Susie home. Also, there's somebody who attacked my tires. I need to call the police.
Yeah, that's true.
So Undyne is gone. Like Undyne appears, disappears.
But okay, there's the question of...
And the reason why I think the night is late isn't because they're not waiting to take Toriel. I think they lied about Toriel. I think Chris and the Knight lied about Toriel so that Tenna would try to stall the Fun Gang until Undyne showed up. Because I think the Knight... I think the Knight might like Toriel, judging just by the two candidates. Carol likes Like Carol was friends with Toriel in university,
You are
in college rather.
you are playing right into my hands.
Oh god, yeah. But like they were friends in college, and also Noelle presumably liked Toriel. Oh no, not Noelle. Des presumably liked Toriel, and Rudy gets along with Toriel. Like everybody likes Toriel.
I think there's two options on what even the kidnappings are, in my opinion.
Police
It's-
sacrifice.
It's either in Chris's benefit or against Chris, because
I
it's
think that they are specifically so that the Fun Gang doesn't gain access to the bunker because they think the bunker might have something that can change fate.
Chris isn't the Fun Gang, because there's this weird air, like, yeah, Chris
But
works
Chris
with
also tries to destroy the bunker codes.
Chris works with Carol, but I'm not sure how much they want to do that. I think, judging by
pretty thoroughly.
pretty thoroughly, when Carol was the happiest with our progress, according to like the 5 loops we jumped through, but that's whatever. When Carol was happiest with us and happy that we are going with Noelle and stuff, Chris absolutely fought against everything we tried to do. When I was getting out of bed in the weird route, I had to spam my controller to even wrangle Chris out of the bed.
That was for a completely different reason. Carol doesn't want the Fun Gang to go into the bunker. Chris doesn't want all of their friends to get fucking mind blasted by the demon controlling them.
That's also
it
true.
also seems like Chris and maybe even Des and Azrael didn't have the best in like thoughts about the soul even prior to the game. Like in what's it? Raise Up Your Bat, they call it the demon heart.
Yeah. Not that wrong, honestly.
And the Blood Crushers is almost certainly like Noelle's band. Oh no, Des's band.
Didn't Chris jumble the bunker code just like what happened to Asgore's notes?
No, they tried to rip it apart.
Yeah.
But they only ripped it a little bit before Susie got it, and she had the full code.
Also, how much does Flowery know? Flowery said...
Flowery
said
knew that you made the Dark World, and they... Yeah, that's about it.
I mean, okay, making the Dark World is one thing. The other thing is... I think
Flowery clearly doesn't know that Chris is connected to the night.
Maybe not that, but I think Flowery is sus about Chris as well. Because why wouldn't they tell Chris about the code?
Because Flowery doesn't trust Chris.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, they don't trust Chris because Chris made a Dark World.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Flowery, like if Flowery knew Chris was connected to the night, Flowery would be like, okay, so here's a thing that would make Azrael, no, not Azrael, that would make Asgore mad enough at his family to abandon Chris, and then also like would absolutely tear the Fun Gang apart. Hey, Asgore, your kid is connected to the night, and they've been working together, and they made this Dark World.
Actually, Dambas, I'm sorry to call you this, but Damas in chat has raised a great point. Flowery has been there since the marriage of Asgore and Torio. He must have seen some, have known some.
Yeah, but I don't think they would know much about
Asgore
Chris or Azrael.
Yeah, about Chris. They might know about Azrael, because Asgore talks to his flowers regularly, even before they become Darkness. Or not Darkness.
Yeah, but like, it's enough that Flowery would know about the incident that went down, but they could only know as much as Asgore knows, plus that Chris opened the Dark World. Those are the two things that they can know.
Which, considering everything, Flowery knows that Asgore really wants to kill Chris.
The Night. Not Chris, the Night.
Asgore says specifically whoever made this Dark World, or whoever is making the Dark World.
Yeah, but they're referring to the Night. They're referring to the Night.
Yeah, I know.
Chris didn't make the Dark World from way back when. That was, if anybody, Noelle No, not Noel. Why do I keep saying Noel? December.
Yeah. What was the deal
Maybe
with
Flowery
Kari?
really wanted to protect Chris. Flowery doesn't like Chris. Like, I don't know how to get this across to you, but in the same way that Ralsei really doesn't like Flowery, Flowery seems to just fucking hate Chris.
But I don't
Like
think
Flowery will have a cutscene where he'll compliment Susie, compliment Ralsei, and they'll go, "Chris, you know what you've fucking done. I don't want to speak to you again." Ross, if if Flowery could come up with a way to turn Asgore against Chris, he would have taken it. He hated
yeah.
Chris.
Hmm. Much to think about. What was the deal with Kari? Why did she run away crying? What's her problem?
She doesn't like Noel. No, she doesn't like Susie. There's a good chance that she just knows the prophecy.
That will explain why she's reacting so badly to Susie just existing.
I mean, she clearly doesn't like Susie either, but also she definitely hates them for prophecy reasons.
Hmm. I think Flowery thinks the Soul is controlling the whole group through controlling Chris, and that's why he says all that thing about true power, friendship, and companionship. Maybe, but I don't think.
Maybe, but
I don't.
the darkness can't tell. The darkness, and maybe not even say. We don't know how much Ralsei knows is the thing.
I think Ralsei doesn't know shit anymore. I think that the Ralsei well is run dry.
I think that Ralsei talking to Chris's actual body, like the real Chris when we leave Chris and go disappear thing. I think that that's maybe not true.
Hmm. I mean, if Chris is telling on us, why does Ralsei tell us? And he does say that to, like, yeah, he frames it as saying it to Chris because that's the video game. That's how it works. There is an opportunity to say it to
Also,
Chris
Chris
specifically.
controls those thoughts, by the way. Chris directly controls those thoughts.
Yeah, but
So Chris does in fact have to be thinking about Noel, does have to be, or Noel and Susie, does have to be thinking about Susie and Tanner, does have to be thinking about Susie and Gerson.
yeah, I've been saying this. I know. The thing is, Ralsei kind of puts on a show for us, pretending to talk to Chris, but actually talking to us then in the hot spring. Like, because if it was directed specifically to Chris, Ralsei would do it whenever we were not looking. But Ralsei
Yeah.
does say to Chris that I put my full faith in you. And I think about that cutscene a lot. I cannot think of anything interesting to say about it, but I've that cutscene, low-key, horrifying, with horrifying implications. I don't like it.
I will also say, for the thing that Flowery says the soul is controlling the true power of friendship and companionship, I think it's also important to note Flowery is making the other flowers fight the Fun Gang mostly against their own desires. Like Green clearly doesn't want to fight us. Seth and Orange, Green heals us.
I think it's
Blue literally provides us a path up to reach the top, and Yellow doesn't even attack you unless you step on Blue's flowers. They are technically attacking you, but only in the sense that they come up with an excuse.
They don't want to hurt you, but they do want to stop you, in my opinion, because they don't hate Chris, they don't hate us, whatever, but they, regardless of what the feelings are to the Fun Gang, the feelings to Asgore are stronger. I don't think they needed much, convincing to stop us.
Also, Seth knows that Chris created the Dark World and is chill with it.
I mean, yeah, wouldn't you?
But also they know that Asgore is after the one who created the Dark World. They
Actually-
know that,
actually,
that Chris created the Dark World.
Hold on, let's go back to Seth for a second, because I need to think about this. How does Seth know about Berdly? Is Asgore telling Seth stories about Berdly?
I think Bradley probably just goes into the flower store and like talks about how smart he is.
Oh shit, yeah, that makes more sense. But the implication of Asgore just talking about Berdly being
Asgore
on like,
goes over to Seth and says, "This fuck ass bird."
I fucking hate that guy. God damn it! Why does he keep like bullying my son or my thing? No, not son, not daughter.
Not really bullying Chris.
Berdly is kind of an asshole throughout like most of Chris's life.
It's
We
like
see
a
that in
bad
chapter 1 and
predicament
2.
where they want to make Asgore happy, but at the same time they know that they can't be like that on
Forever.
Wano.
I'm guessing
forever.
forever.
Okay, yeah.
Hello, my purple
Yeah,
flower.
they know
There's
they
a
can't make
loser.
Asgore happy forever.
Hold on. Hello, my purple flower. There's a loser as bird. I think my child is into him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it's not gonna happen, but I want them to be together. I don't care. It's funny. It's the
Also, the implication. Also, there's a very, very bizarre implication that Chris and Seth communicated with each other before. What's it? The Dark World was created.
yeah, which is weird. I'm not sure what I think about it. I mean, it could have been honestly as simple as between chapter 4 and 5. When
Yeah, but
Chris,
that would be like Chris went to the thing, created a Dark World briefly, went up to Seth and was like, "Hey, look, I made a Dark World.
I don't think Chris had to. I think Chris could just talk to the flower that was there without creating a dark world, and Seth would remember that.
Yeah, but how did Seth ask for a Birdly feather?
That's a good point, yeah. With its petals, I don't know.
Okay.
Like, starts shedding the petals, and they fall on the ground. It spells out Birdly.
Yeah.
Chris could have been talking to the flowers all the time. We heard Chris talk to flowers, yeah. Birdly will join the polycule. I kind of wish there
I
would be
don't
some.
think that's gonna happen. We have code for Noel in the Fun Gang. We don't have code for Birdly.
If we're
And
gonna
I
start,
really don't think they're going to add a fourth or fifth party member at this point.
I think probably not, yeah, but I think it would be cool if there was some sort of like more stuff to
Those
the
flowers older
party.
than Chris? Definitely older than Chris, because Chris is younger than Azriel, and Azriel is younger than the flowers.
Yeah. Hold on. Thought is forming. I didn't mean join the party. The polycule. Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah, the thought I was forming. Completely random, completely like something I saw before the chapter even dropped, before the trailer even dropped, I think. But recently enough that I still remember it. Someone made a widescreen mode for Deltarune. And coincidentally, making it widescreen leaves just enough space in the UI, because the UI element, the purple little box where you see all the names, is actually bigger than we see, I believe.
Yes, this has been known.
Coincidentally, expanding the game to 16 by 9 makes space for one more party member. Like, perfectly, there's enough space for another party member.
Yeah, this has been known. We've had access to the assets.
Yeah, this... I don't think they would do that, because you have to consider shit like the console releases and stuff. And like people
They don't have
want
to do that for the console releases because they had barriers around the console releases.
I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If they expand it to 16 by 9, the borders are like useless. They will need to remove them.
I think you're misunderstanding. The fact that it's 16 by 9 could also just mean that it can scroll.
Oh yeah. No, because my thought was it would be a good bit if Noel joined the party and just the game window goes to 16 by 9.
There is always a chance. I could see it.
If they do it genuinely, it will be a gag. They will do it once and then go back to how it originally was, and it's probably gonna either scroll or we will have to like otherwise manipulate the party members we do
Yeah,
have.
because changing the whole style of the game to be 16 by 9 does change a lot in terms of like, okay, cool, they have to redesign now all of Hometown because Hometown now needs to extend past the edges of the screen that we could not see before.
Or they could
Like
just make
every
it.
region in Hometown. Same with Castletown. It now needs to expand into areas we couldn't see before.
They could just technically like work a bit on the camera and how it works, but I don't think they will do that.
Even still, there's going to be parts that you could see before that you couldn't see, that you can't see now, and that will be enough that they would need to modify every single area in the game
that
that
would
is
be
currently explorable.
that would not be a simple chapter to work on. So I have my doubts as well.
Yeah, so I think if Noel joins, they're not going to switch to widescreen unless it is for literally a one like screen joke.
Unless if Asgore lived in sin and conceived a child before marriage, in which case he will go to hell because he's bad and evil. Asgore is not a good Christian boy. Asgore is divorced. He is going to hell.
Asgore is not going to hell. There is no heaven or heaven and hell, but there's no afterlife.
I mean, yeah, but
in the Deltarune faith system.
Just under theories and actual stuff aside, if we're judging by Christian values, he is divorced. He is going to hell.
Asgore's a cop.
That's also true. Yeah, all cops are bastards. All cops go to hell, including those fuckers from Paw Patrol, by the way.
Yeah, those fuckers from Paw Patrol are class traitors.
Or just 16 by 9 in the battle. I think that would also fuck with the style a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
especially since that, you know.
I think that would be just annoying to look at, just in general.
Like, imagine you enter a battle and the screen fucking stretches. That would look jarring.
It would be annoying also.
Aspect ratio changes are weird already. I think they could expand the UI to cover 16 by 9. They could do that comfortably. But the actual battle would probably have to remain 4x3. And once again, I don't think they're doing that. I think if they do add another character, what they do is create new assets.
When has Toby not fucked with the style?
Constantly.
I mean,
he did it once in chapter 1.
He is pretty consistent on his vision of the game.
This chapter was a platformer, yes, but it didn't change the. It didn't look. The Deltarune is a device. The device runs on your computer. The device runs in a box. Is the box fucking expanding?
Yes. I just really want to say yes. I don't think it is, but yes.
Yeah, the device would have to expand.
Even besides that, a more actual reason, most content creators playing this game play it in
4x3?
In a layout that's 4x3. Even if they don't, having to constantly adjust it because sometimes it's 16 by 9, sometimes it's 4x3, would be extremely annoying.
Especially when 4x3 is so much nicer an aspect ratio to work with if you are a streamer.
Yeah.
Like look at the stream right now. Look at what we're dealing with.
I mean, besides,
like, look at this.
Besides my shit-ass layout.
No, but we're not talking about the layout. Look at the stream. If we wanted to have a 16 by 9 game right here, what would happen is it would have to be between chat and the left side of the screen, and so it wouldn't go all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
if it's a 4x3 game, we can comfortably fit it in and design the rest of the UI elements around it. Means Tuna don't have to overlap with the game.
Yeah. Which, by the way, this is a Deltarune exclusive layout. I need to come up with something else for different streams. Just the chat is too big, we are too wide, you know, that kind of thing.
Don't worry, dude. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Next time you play a game that isn't Deltarune
Yeah.
or Undertale.
When has been infected aside, the chatter was platformer. Also, I must say, the platformer game was fun, gave a good variety to the game. I wonder if they could expand the game mechanics further. Honestly, genuinely, this is something I wanted to talk about the second I saw it. But first of all, yeah, if Toby is working on other games after this, make that, please. Expand this to a full game. I'm begging you. This is
Yes.
This is my, like, if I was to make, with infinite resources and infinite skill in programming, a game inspired by Deltarune, I would make something along those lines.
Yeah, this was like just a really, really solid 2D platformer. I really enjoyed it. I do think it is very bare bones, but it is fun.
It's very bare bones.
One thing I want to say about this, I'm not sure if it's coming back in future chapters.
Before we get into all that, I just want to say that the way it is implemented is genuinely genius design. Because I thought about it the second I realized what the statues do. Every time you get to a statue, I mean, yeah, it looks like the whole world flips and does like the Link Between Worlds / Fez thing, yeah. It's not. You enter a platformer level.
Yeah.
The entire overworld is like kind of designed like an overworld for like a Mario game. And you just go level from level, except the overworld, that is the level from level bit, is also just like the whole entire game.
Yep.
I just, from someone who's obsessing over game design in general, that is the coolest fucking thing I've seen in my entire life. And what were you gonna say about it not coming back?
This is, look, I'm gonna be honest. I saw it and I was like, oh my god, Toby did this. I know why this chapter took an extra year to come out now. This is so complicated. To design this is so difficult. Like, there's a reason so much shit had to be constrained. The dash gates feel like an underutilized gimmick because they can't have too many dash gates if there's a possibility of you accessing them when you're not meant to.
I mean, yeah, I think
same with the sword things. The sword things are actually limited to a very small amount of areas, and like half of the game's gimmicks don't work with them. You can't even heal if you have them. You can't save. You can't go like, even if there was a place where you go into 2D, where you're in 2D, you go into normal game mode, and then you go up the flower petals and cliffs, and then you immediately go back into the platform mode because Kobe can't let you use those in platformer mode. Otherwise, you could get to parts of the games that are unintended. It's a style of design that works really, really well, but it's really, really hard. And you can't fully flesh out both systems. Otherwise, it will feel really bad. And trust me, this system would feel tired and old by next chapter if they use it a lot. I think if it comes back, it's going to be like Climbing Wars in this chapter, where it appears very, very briefly in like 2 or 3 segments.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. I don't think this proves it appearing later. I think what's gonna happen is we're not gonna have entire chapters trying to design themselves around the concept. We are just gonna have
get like 1 or 2 rooms.
We're gonna have sections where we just play a 2D platformer and that's it. And there's no, maybe some, like one more puzzle where you have to switch between 2D and not 3D, but, you know, top-down view. I think there is definitely, absolutely, with how Chris controls and how it feels to play this, there is gonna be a section where we just play Super Smashing Fighters at some point. And I think it might be in the Ice Palace, because remember, the Ice Palace is a Chuck E. Cheese. It has arcades in it.
True.
So
Either that or it's Noelle's Home, which also has Super Smashing Fighters because Death played it with Azrael.
yeah, so there is definitely a prospect of a Super Smashing Fighters section, which I'm very excited for,
I mean,
because
to be
I'm
fair,
gonna
there
do
already
that shit
was.
for
There was Break the Targets. There was Break the Targets
Yeah,
from Smash.
yeah, we already like made a Smash reference, but I think there's gonna be more to that. I want there to be more to that, because Break the Targets is iconic, but like it does feel just like a borrowed concept for a reference. Just to have the reference. It doesn't feel like a true
Yeah.
connection to Super Smashing Fighters, which is an established plot point, kinda relevant
But
thing.
you know what this does mean? Because we activated a game mode that is similar in mechanics to Super Smashing Fighters presumably is in Chapter 6. That means, guess what? That is another layer. That is another video game in the Delta Rebar that's connected
Yep.
to the property.
Yep. And also, you said you have no idea who the secret boss might be.
No clue. Next
Uh,
chapter, I've no fucking idea. Put a gun to my head. Is it
oh,
is it Shion? Who knows? Tell me.
This conversation has formed a crack theory in my head. The man who speaks in hands. Master Hand.
WD Gaster appears as Master Hand.
Listen, I'm not saying it will happen, because probably not, but they could kind of reference that, like as an attack for a different enemy maybe, or something along those lines. I have the theory that Chris, that played Armored Core 1 when little, yes, Chris fight a mech.
No, because they had an N64. They did not play AC1.
It annoys me that you want a mech fight in Deltarune for two reasons. One reason is that we had one already. It's the punch out section.
Yeah,
and,
that was chapter 2.
In chapter 2.
That was in 2021.
The other reason is because so there's this. Do I even say it? I feel like a fraud just Arrow mentioning.
Okay, Kawachu just sent me, look, M3, it's the chapter 6 secret boss, and I believe they sent me I think this is the boss of Super Smash Bros. 4.
Can I see?
This is I think this is Smash 4 Wii U's final boss.
Oh yeah, it's like the random ball of shadow, yeah.
Like Chaos Core, Chaos whatever.
I mean,
that is, by the way, just so it's clear, if you show this on stream, that is the original Star Walker in the bottom right corner.
Hold on.
But I digress.
Let me just pull up Paint again. And just to pile onto this, Toby did kick the fuck out of Sakurai at Smash.
That is true. Okay, I genuinely do need to go. This was a fun stream. I like how we said we were doing the weird route, and this stream is... When did we start this? I think 12:31. It is 3:45 for me. We've been at this for 3 hours, and most of it's been theory crafting.
Yeah, I think 2 hours of it has been yapping, and I kind of expected
it. Yeah, but I do need to go because I am still a bit sick, and I do want to get some water, and I do want to like rest in someplace cool.
Yeah, my throat is also killing me. I'm gonna probably go make dinner.
For 3 days. My throat is bleeding.
Yeah. So anyway, chat. Always remember, Rudy is the night, and I will see you.
Wrong.
The next
we
one.
discussed this. It's Xerxes is the night.
I will.